Salute to everyone in the chat. Shout out to Sin Namosia. What's up, my brother Jason Bourne? Brandon Blanco. Durden. What's going on, Durden? MXBC Killer. I don't know what that's about. And what's up to Triple JJJ? Puerto Rican rum. Definitely like Puerto Rican rum. What's going on? Hope all you guys are doing well. Keeping your head up on a swivel. All that good stuff, right? I wish you guys well in this crazy world we live in. I know there's not much boxing going on. The next big fight is obviously Errol Spence and Manny Pacquiao. Starting to as the fight gets closer, I'm really starting to get into this fight. Obviously, Manny Pacquiao is a older man, but he's a legendary fighter, and he looks really good in training. Obviously, we know training and fighting inside the ring could be different, but I'm starting to get excited for this fight, man. I think Manny Pacquiao is coming in there with some type of incentive for himself to win this fight, right? I think he always does that. He's always coming in there to win. He's always coming in there to give his all in a fight. So I don't expect anything different. I think he's really excited about this fight, and that's what's going to make it. That's what I'm starting to find interesting and could make it a great fight. I'm pretty surprised of how many people that I've talked to are giving Manny Pacquiao a shot to win this fight. Pretty confident that he can win this fight. I'm confident that he can win as well. I'm a huge fan of his. I've seen him pull off big fights in the past plenty of times where he was the underdog or even like a 50-50 fight where he's, where the opponent, at least coming in, it looks like he's going to beat, he has a good chance of beating Manny Pacquiao. And I've seen him pull it off in the past. Errol Spence, obviously, is the younger fighter. He's the one that I'm pretty sure, this is just my opinion, I'm pretty sure the PBC would like to win. But I also think that there's a good shot that this fight could be called fair. So in other words, if Pacquiao wins, there'll be no bullshit. They'll give him the fight if he wins. I think there's a shot of that. I'm not saying that that's definitely what's going to happen, but I definitely give him a shot. And so, Brandon Blanco says he's excited for Virgil Kavaliauskas. Yes, I think that's a good test for Virgil Ortiz, right? So let's see where he's at. We seen Kavaliauskas against Terrence Crawford, and he held his own for a little while, and then eventually got stopped. But can Virgil Ortiz do the same thing? Is he already capable of at least doing the same performance versus a Kavaliauskas like Terrence Crawford did? Having something in common with one of the top welterweight fighters of the division. I think that's what makes it interesting. Let's see if he could at least match that or even outshine what Crawford did. Virtuoso, what's up, brother? What's going on, Lobito? My brother Lobito, I know he's definitely excited. about this fight with Manny Pacquiao and Earl Spence as the fight gets closer, and I think you'll see that. I don't know what the odds are, but whatever the odds are, come fight night, it's going to be very, very close. The Filipinos are going to come in, and all these Manny Pacquiao fans, not just from the Philippines, from across the world, that are probably feeling really confident about Manny Pacquiao's chances and how he's looking in training. I've seen some clips, and he looks pretty phenomenal. I will say that. Anyway, I'm going to drop the link in the chat, see if anybody wants to jump on. Give me 1 second. I'll get this invite, and there we go. All right, so the link is in the chat. If anybody wants to jump on, we could talk about, obviously, the Manny Pacquiao fight with Spence. We could talk about other topics in boxing. And, as of right now, the fights are, there's nothing really exciting going on in boxing for the next couple of weeks. I don't think, obviously, the fight between Teofimo Lopez and Kambosos is going to happen on August 14th. I don't believe that to be the case. If anybody knows anything different, let me know. All right. Seems like I got some people in the... All right. I got a Fight Scout. Fight Scout salute.
What's up?
What's up, brother? Brandon Blanco.
How's it going?
Chilling, man. And I got...
Gonzalo.
What's up, gentlemen?
What's up?
What's up?
Going?
Just chilling.
Did any of you guys watch the Michael Hunter fight?
I already blew the guy out, basically.
I didn't know he was fighting today.
He looks like a fat mess, man. Like somebody needs to tell him to eat some meat, get some protein. Does not look healthy at all. Like, I mean, he blew out a Hunter or
But he looks sloppy?
Just his body, right? Like his body is power. It's like everything's just terrible looking. It's like, I think he's a vegan.
I would have to go. Oh God, man! I've been looking at some videos and images of people that have done that vegan shit for a long time. They look terrible, but yeah, man.
Yeah, Michael Hunter looks soft, man. I don't know what's up with him. Like, who the heck is Mike Wilson, right?
What round?
Might not be the biggest of heavyweights. Like that body style, like a Eddie Chambers. What's another one, to name a few? Kind of pudgy, maybe like a Chris Bird, who was naturally like a light heavyweight.
That's funny you say that. I thought he reminded me of a kind of like a lower version of Chris Bird shape. Because at least Chris Bird had some type of muscle tone.
Yeah, I mean, just look at him versus Usyk, and then look at him now. Like, he looks terrible.
Yeah, so you're saying like, not having to be disciplined to make a certain weight is not suiting him well. It's looking like, he's fat basically.
A lot of boxers, I know it's more popular nowadays to lift the weights to gain the mass, but a lot of fighters just keep it boxing, where they just work. See, like Manny Pacquiao, you hardly ever see him. Well, he don't have to. Well, he could gain weight to be bigger when he's facing bigger guys, but he basically keeps it to the bag, the double M bag, and basic boxing exercises. And that's just the way they feel comfortable to. Like recently, people started incorporating the weights. Maybe it's one of those things as well.
Yeah, man. Man, I've been watching a lot of his training clips, man. He looks, again, man, his training clips, and I know how they put out the stuff that they want out there, but he looks good, man. And the shape he's in, the form he's in, he looks.
Manny Pacquiao?
Like Manny Pacquiao.
I was going to mention something. I was listening to the points you were making, and it's interesting. Because look, for example, you were mentioning something that correlated to what Eric Morales mentioned. He doesn't understand where Manny Pacquiao gets the motivation to take a fight, an endeavor like the one he's against a good fighter in his prime, big guy like Errol Spence. We know that Manny Pacquiao loves fighting. Now, from the perspective of me living here in the Philippines, there's a lot of turmoil with the politics. A lot of people are disparaging Manny Pacquiao statements, and his political opinions. That the Filipino people are even the normal people. They're like the voters. They're not. He's losing popularity on the polls, so he's got that pressure even with the Filipino people that he's putting himself in a position to where that might light the fire under Pacquiao's ass that he needs to give him that extra motivation that he needs to. Where you mentioned, and I talked about Eric Morales. He doesn't know where a fighter like Manny Pacquiao gets that motivation. Well, that's something. That's something. And you know what? Errol Spence keeps talking about people mentioning one last thing about the passing of the torch. What does a Filipino man have in common with an African American man from the United States? Not too much, man. So the whole passing of the torch, maybe Aerospace wants to get in Pacquiao's good graces. So yeah, this is a passing of the torch. This man is not just gonna fucking sell out. He never has. He's always got out on his shield, and it's not gonna be like the American mainstream people believe it's just gonna be. He's gonna hand them his fucking title and sell to La La Land.
Hey, Gonzalo, I have a question.
Wait, real quick. I want to introduce Virtuoso and Durden. What's going on, gentlemen?
What's up?
How you guys doing?
What's going on, guys?
What's going on?
Oh man,
We just living life.
Chilling.
so we
You
got
guys
the
only-
East Coast, we got the East Coast, we got the West Coast, we got
West
the
Coast,
Midwest,
yeah.
we got the Midwest too. So we're
Who is from the
man.
Midwest?
Fight Scout.
What's gone? What part?
Minnesota.
Minnesota. Ah, okay.
And Brandon, you're from California, right?
Yes, correct.
And Durden's from California.
NorCal or SoCal, bruh?
Well, I was born as a SoCal, but now I live in North Cal. I live in Sacramento.
What a sellout.
Tell that to
Yeah.
somebody who was a New Yorker but lives in Boston.
Ooh,
Bro, I've been to Sacramento once. Fucking ghost town, man. I check out the nightlife. There's only one block.
Yeah, Sacramento is not that active compared to San Francisco or Los Angeles. I mean, it's
Yeah,
pretty
It
it
is,
tranquil.
you guys got a shitload of freeways, like all over the fucking place.
Yeah, that's true. That is really true.
So what
It's
do you
kind of like
guys?
Arizona. It's all spread out, right?
Arizona. I've been to Arizona. Yes.
Yeah, it's like all highways, like you to each town, like you just fly there fucking all fast and shit.
Well, there's not
In
much
Las
land
Vegas,
there.
there's-
It's fucking
In Las Vegas,
habitable.
there's just only one freeway, pretty much, like one major freeway. That's pretty much it. And then, yeah.
Yeah, Vegas looks like you could disappear and never be heard of again. Gambling
Vegas
debts.
is actually
I
pretty
was talking
small,
about that
right?
last night with my buddy Pink Panther. He was talking about how like like growing up in Southern California, like what's that? He was just like asking me all kinds of what's it like? When you watch the movies, it's like like all the people like they see like they probably feel like they're from California. They've seen so many movies with California in the background, and you should kind of like it's kind of like to us like we see that it's kind of like oh shit we feel all crazy like the whole world sees where we live like we're getting doxxed or something. But like yeah, like I don't even was asking that. And it's just kind of I bet a lot of people when they move out to California, they probably feel like they already know where they're going because they've seen the movies.
Oh yeah. Everybody loved California growing up, from what I remember.
But it's not like
now
the
people
movies.
are moving out. Now people are moving into Texas, Florida, Arizona, Nevada, all the neighboring states because California it's now expensive to live. You can't even afford like a one bedroom apartment or like a 2-bedroom apartment in
Same
California.
thing in
It's
New
too
York.
expensive.
Same thing in New York City or anything close to New York City. It's pretty much the same fucking
And
thing.
New York's in movies a lot too, so a lot of people do feel like they've seen New York before, even though they've never been there.
New York's a shithole, bro. That's all
Yeah, I
it is.
think my cousin went to go live in New York for like a year, and like
And he said, "Let me get the fuck out of here," right?
He lived in an apartment with like 8 other dudes, and it costs like fucking $1,000 each.
Dude, just
Oh my
the fact
gosh.
that you're living with other dudes, no matter where
Yeah.
how nice it is, it's gonna suck, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
it was
done
like
that with
no-
high
I-
school friends.
It was a
It sucks.
studio apartment, so
And 8
I
people
mean,
were
for
living
what
in
for
there.
what for
something.
what you're meeting
They must
for
have
what you're meeting.
like they must have rented something like very obviously expensive.
I mean, maybe that
mean-
would be worth it too. It'd be like you're in the real world, like the MTV show or something. But like I don't know. I tried that with like at least three roommates from like my high school. I grew up in high school with, and just like I don't know. You thought you were cool with them, but then when you live with them, you're just like, fuck this, bro. This guy's annoying the fuck out of me,
Yeah.
bro.
I think
I've known
he
these
rented
guys
an
since 8th
apartment,
grade, but
like,
they pissed me off.
like down in like Times Square, like really
Oh,
expensive.
Oh, that's why. Yeah.
But you're living with 8 dudes.
That
There's
makes
no
sense,
bathroom, and you're paying $1,000 a month.
You could get good prices. You just got to take a little bit of a risk. You know what I'm saying? If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, you got to go to a
Yeah.
crime density area where they have lower rents and very
Yeah,
low
exactly.
property
Rich
values.
Ross is from New
Like
Rich Ross is from New York.
East New York, Canarsie, Brownsville,
Good luck over there, buddy.
Castle Hill. I don't know.
Long Island.
I gotta ask you guys, bro. Like when you were young, I'm like older now, but when you were young and you were living with your homies and stuff, do you ever come home and like walk in on your boy? He's like fucking a random bitch on the living room couch, like fucking. You just came home from work and shit.
Nah.
You're just like, what the fuck?
Not for me.
No, I never lived with with people, you know, like I lived with a girlfriend, obviously, but I either lived with like family, and I think I caught my cousin banging his annoying girlfriend in the bathroom.
Yeah, either way, yeah, it could be family, a family thing, or like you know, like your boys from school, like you just put your money together and got a spot.
Yep.
No, but that happened a few times, man. I'd come back and it'd be fucking like some chick in the kitchen. What the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, you know,
I mean, you gotta set boundaries, or at least like you gotta basically screw people over to get more money to accommodate yourself in life, you know, and that's how it is, man.
Yeah, but like we're talking like young people. It's almost like we should have been in college, but we were just working full-time jobs and put our money together to get a spot.
That's another
Like,
thing.
we're
You
right
say-
out of
you-
high school and shit.
Durden, you know how you say like going to California is like, you know, the popularity is because of movies. The same thing with college, man. It's like they try to sell you an image of like, oh, it's basically a young adult camp, and you get to party hard, and you get to study occasionally.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Fuck
Yeah, but
bitches,
like to
you
be
know,
real,
get wasted.
like you're mostly gonna be studying
Yeah.
if you're gonna actually graduate. You know,
Yeah.
unless you're a genius and you're just like wasting your time being a like that. That would be the thing too. Like I see people doing it. But
Well,
then,
that's why I dropped out of high school.
Yeah.
My excuse was I'm too smart for these people.
You were
I
way
dropped
too
out of
cool for
college.
college, correct?
Yeah, I was too cool for school, college.
Yeah, me too.
No, with high
I'm
school,
like-
I played my role, man. I was like the football player, the baseball player. I went after all the bitches at school.
Well, look at
I
listen,
knew,
man.
yeah.
Look at Manny Pacquiao. He's 16. He said, "Fuck that. I'm boxing today. I'm boxing at 16."
Nah, I was an 18-year-old smashing all these high school bitches.
Yeah, man.
He's 25.
Someone said home of the Sacramento Queens. By the way, I'm a Lakers fan, but yeah. I'm still an LA sports fan, but obviously live in North Cal.
I see.
So that means I haven't dropped my SoCal roots yet. I haven't.
I never well, I'm not originally from New York, I guess, but I never really cared. I mean, I like watching baseball, like the Yankees and the Mets. Maybe I choose the Yankees over the Mets, and then the Yankee fans became annoying. So I'm like, I hope somebody beats them, like the Red Sox. And then the Red Sox became annoying. You know, like fuck them.
And then the Rays, yeah, and then the Orioles.
Now it's the Dodgers. Now it's the fucking Dodgers. Dodgers are like fucking racking up, man. They got an all-star team, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Mhm.
They're
Still
the
can't beat the
They're the new
Giants.
Yankees. They're the new Yankees, bro.
Yankees
the
are on
Giants
fire, but your Yankees piss me off when I try to gamble on baseball. That's the
Yeah.
other thing I do besides watch boxing.
Look, the thing about the Yankees is that they
It's
basically
fucking
lose
annoying.
they basically lose every third game. Like they don't have
Yeah, but they
like
scored 13 runs today against the Orioles, but they got their ass beat by
they
them yesterday.
they could
But
get listen. They could score 13 runs today,
The
and
Orioles are ass.
they'll get
but they
get
got their
shut out
ass
the
beat
next
by
day.
them yesterday. You know
Yeah,
what I
they'll
mean?
get beat up the next day. They can't pull that momentum. The
Why can't they
Yankees
beat the
Exactly.
Orioles
They
like
can't
3
build
times in a
momentum.
row?
That's what it is.
see the Yankees in the ninth when they started winning chips, right? When they became famous because they won like 3 in 4 years, or they won 4 in 5 years. They three-peat. The Yankees would win 13-1. Let's say they were struggling mid-season. That 13-1 will be their takeoff point. They'll be like, okay, now we're gonna take the lead. We're gonna win the division. We'll probably be the first or the second seed. It's not even gonna matter for them, right? Because that's what the Yankees used to do. Now the Yankees are, let's just see if we can get to the playoffs. That's the new Yankees.
Yeah, but they
Exactly.
fucking probably make
Exactly.
their money though.
You know what? Is the MLB just basically caught up to them? Because back in the '90s, all the teams were basically focused on just building stars. The
Yep.
Yankees were built on building teams, winning teams. Basically, they weren't filled with superstars.
Yep.
But now you have GMs that got smarter. They're kind of caught up. Now it's not with revenue sharing. You can't sign players that you want, or else you hit the luxury tax. So now they're spending cheap, and
The
basically
Yankees were the monsters of baseball, and then everybody said, okay,
Holy shit.
what is it that they're doing? We gotta start doing the same thing they're doing.
yeah. We just build a
The
team around
Giants
pitching.
lost to the Diamondbacks, and Dodgers about to lose to the Astros 3-0.
I
Padres
fucking
are
hate the
smashing
Astros.
the Athletics, man, 8-1, and they were picked to lose.
I mean, the
Weird.
Yankees have a salary cap that's like way higher than everyone else.
Except
Yeah, that's
that
the thing they don't want to tell you is that they have a salary cap, but like they want to pretend like, oh, we gotta outspend the competition, and it's like, nah, man, it's like they're really just that's how it is now, because oh, we gotta remain, keep the teams competitive and all that stuff, even though you're still gonna have an idiot GM that's gonna fuck up the team from the inside, not win anything, so can't fix stupidity.
I think a lot of it is they're just trying to keep that money to themselves, keep it in house.
Oh yeah. Like the Mariners,
The
like the Mariners. Listen, the Mariners just had one of the best closers in baseball, and they traded him to the Astros, who are the division leader. Like, what kind of shit is that? So, is a luxury tax gonna fix that problem? No, you're gonna have your idiots like basically fuck things up and save money.
Yeah.
I was reading the chat. So the Beetle wanted another.
I
big-
usually make a good $30-40 a day on baseball. It's not much, but
Yeah, I should probably start betting.
it's like every day. That's the cool thing about summer is like there's no other sport but like fucking the race for the baseball
Yeah,
teams,
Are
But
they
you
still
never know what
taking
can
the
happen.
knee? Are they still
Hmm?
taking the knee?
I don't see that going on now. Not in baseball.
unless there's another flavor of the month black guy got shot by the cops.
Baseball's
Yeah,
just
they'll
like
take it.
like it's always been. It's just they get out there and do their thing. I don't see any
Yeah.
political stuff like there was last season, really, but it was more political last year.
Yeah.
But now there's not so much.
I have a question for everybody in the panel. There are rumors that Lomachenko might face against Richard Comey on December 11th. What do you guys think about this fight? Because I personally think that this is a very good fight for Lomachenko as a way to stay active and hopefully, like make a statement, to see that I've done better. I've beaten the two best Teofimo's best opponents, and I beat them a lot better. What do you guys think?
I
well,
think that's a good fight. If they're gonna keep it in house, that's the best fight they could make outside of Teofimo. Because
it was like
I don't
Fight
know,
Scout said.
Teofimo. Yeah,
Yeah, with fight when this first came out that he might be fighting him. Fight Scout said basically, well, that's like in a way trapping him in. It's like basically it puts Teofimo like he's ranked number 1 in all these sanctioning bodies except I think the IBF. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah,
It
it's
might
the
be the
IBF.
That's
So,
the idea.
so he
Well,
beats
he's the
Cormier.
IBF title holder.
Yeah, next IBF champion. I think that puts him, that could put him number 1. And
Yeah, but you got to give credit for Kome for actually trying to fight him because it seems like nobody else is trying to fight
yes,
Lomachenko.
I would have loved that fight, like in 2019, like after Kome beat Beltran, that would have been that would have been undisputed at the time, but like before the WBC and the whole franchise champion crap, whatever that I would have loved it at that time, but even either then that's still a good fight today.
Well, let's look at that. Why didn't they make that fight?
That's the
I
question.
feel,
That's
because I could draw parallels to Teofimo's situation. Well, that scenario to what Shakur Stevens is happening with Top Rank. They're trying to basically promote these young dudes that are not 100% proven, but they're basically getting big step up fights under the Top Rank name. Unlike certain promotions, PBC, not doing anything. So they're basically just trying to move them up, create stars, because they need them, especially here in this country.
I think the
Like-
problem is Teofimo Lopez, right? So, like, let's say he gets boxed in by Lomachenko, he might just convince Haney that, hey, you have to fight me or you have to fight Lomachenko, right?
Yep.
So now
Okay, you
Haney has to fight Lomachenko or Lopez. Like, I mean, he doesn't have to, but it ruins a lot of his credibility if he doesn't fight either guy next. Also,
Jesus.
Go ahead.
What's his name? Teofimo Lopez. The problem that he is having, that's gonna face now, his popularity status is diminishing. He gained a lot, but with the inactivity, his superstar status is not solidified yet. See that's basically it, man.
See, the thing is, Nizalo, they did that win over Lomachenko is disputed, and so there's there's a rift between fans about who really won that fight, and so that superstardom, that those accolades, the respect that he gets, it's held back, and also the inactivity. You did mention the inactivity, yeah, that is a problem, but that's because he wanted to do things his way and go to Triller to get X amount of dollars for a fucking lame ass mandatory offense that this guy could have taken out in like 4 seconds, like that ass. He would have just finished the dude if he would have just let Bob handle it. Yeah, the payout would have been less, but he wanted to do things his way. Now look at him.
He's fucked.
Yeah,
Now,
he
he's
would have
more
taken
likely
that guy
Yeah,
out
he's in a
within
screwed
6 rounds, man.
situation. Teofimo is in a screwed position. Like obviously, if he would have not done his thing his way, he would have gotten the mandatory out of the way. Like sure, like as someone said, like sure the payout would have not been good and whatever, but at least you have gotten that mandatory out of the way, and maybe you could have been fighting Haney or Lomachenko this year, and probably we won't get the rematch until next year pretty much, because I don't think Teofimo's gonna fight in maybe December at the very least. I don't think so.
Yeah,
And you know
he's
what's
kind of hoping. What he's hoping for is, I'm sorry to cut you off, Virtual. So what he's hoping for, I think that's the route he's going to take is that he hopes that Lomachenko gets hurt, like on his next fight, and then say, "I'll take that fight." What they saw in the fight with Nakatani, I don't care what anybody says. That scared them. That's basically the way I see it. That scared the shit out of him. His father.
Yeah, Lomachenko destroyed Nakatani.
Yeah. Yep.
It makes you
He's
wonder
probably
what the
blowing
heck
up right
happened,
now.
right?
He probably weighs about 170, if not more. And then he's getting older. He just got married. With the disease and the time off, it's gonna be even harder for him to cut that weight down. He's probably never ever gonna face Lomachenko unless he fights him at 140.
I agree. I think there's a
Yeah.
really good chance of that.
Yeah, and I don't think he's gonna take that bait. You know, I don't like that fight at 140. I mean, he already looked over so like bigger than him in lightweight, and he already blew up to like what, almost like a welterweight. No, thank you.
I just don't understand like why Teofimo he's fighting at lightweight, because I think I kind of feel he's kind of like a weight bully in some way. I don't know if you guys see it this way, but I mean, I feel he should be fighting, in a different weight instead, in my opinion. I don't know what you guys think.
So you're saying, do you think he should go back down to 130?
No, I'm talking about Teofimo. I'm talking about
Oh,
Teofimo.
Teofimo. Oh, okay. Oh, right.
I'm saying
Teofimo.
Teofimo is a weight bully. I'm not saying Lomachenko. In fact, Lomachenko he's good at 135.
Yeah. I mean, look, I wanted to see this rematch, quickly as possible, get this shit over with. But like, if he feels trapped, then go ahead, move on to 140. Throw all those responsibilities you have with the titles, in the trash can and just let somebody else pick it up. You know what I mean?
You're talking about Tio
Let
or
Lomachenko
Loma?
become a two-time.
Teofimo, yeah, like he has a chance to become like a two-weight, world champion. But I don't know against Josh Taylor. I don't know about that. Maybe if Josh Taylor moves up, yeah,
I
it's
think
possible.
I think he should try to defend it.
Yeah, you should. Teofimo should defend it
Defend his titles.
Yeah, against whatever
and
they
make a
say they
legacy.
make mandatory and just fight him.
Yeah, but the thing is, he's tied up in this bullshit ass fight, man. It's like
I think the
I don't even.
stardom's getting to him though, dude, and I think he's gonna fail somewhere.
Yeah, he might feel pressured to actually fight Lomachenko, or maybe drop the IBF because like whatever. Does he really need that title? I mean, they're making him fight in Australia. And he doesn't want
People
to.
have the Canelo fever, man. They might get that touch of stardom and
Yeah,
want to play the same card.
which is I think that Teofimo should just get it over with. If they're making him fight in Australia, fine. Just go there, knock him out, collect your money, and just come back here.
Yeah, you guys keep talking, man. I
All right, man.
gotta upgrade this. There's some people that want to hop on, so I'm just gonna upgrade now while you guys are talking.
For real?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
might as
If
well,
he fights, if Teofimo fights Lomachenko at 140, that'll be a greater advantage for Teofimo Lopez because look, instead of cutting down to 135, he would cut down to 140. He would have 5 more pounds to play with, but then the rehydration after cutting down to 140, after having those 5 pounds to play with, he would comfortably rehydrate to probably, I don't know, about 170. So where to at 35, he might have rehydrated up to like 160. Just because you got 5 more pounds to play with gives you plenty of more weight to gain because you don't have to cut down as much to where his body changes, I think, dramatically. I didn't do a very good job of explaining that, but I'm pretty sure you guys understand what I mean.
Yeah. I mean, it's like he's moving the goalposts in terms of like trying to catch up to him in weight. Like he's just gonna beat you because he's gonna get bigger. He's already a bigger dude than Lomachenko in lightweight. What I think should happen is that I think the IBF should change its bylaws and actually enforce those hydration clauses. If he's gonna do that, if he's gonna be a weight bully. Just a suggestion.
Yeah, because look, when you're young, he's big. He's a big dude. I don't know if he's like 5'8", but he's like I don't know, a little bit smaller than Danny Garcia.
Yeah.
Body wise, he's like a little thing. I know he lifts weights, but when you're young, you can cut down, make the weight and rehydrate, and it doesn't affect you as much as like when you're older. It's like when you party, then you drink beer, then you get these fucking hangovers. When you're young, you can deal with that much better because your body is better suited to to deal with that because you're
Yeah,
younger.
it
Yeah.
changes
But
frequently.
as
Yeah.
you get older, the harder it is to cut off the weight. So I mean, 140 would benefit him a lot because he's still young enough where he could cut down to that, but really come in strong after drinking all that water and rehydrating and
Real
eating.
quick, man. Real quick. I just want to say what's up to 150. Salute, bro. Thank you for coming on. I upgraded it so I could have more than 6.
Look at this
All
guy.
right.
Where's your paywall at?
We dropping that super chat,
Yo,
bro. Super chat. Come on, super chat.
yeah. It's salute to everybody on the panel, man. And salute to the chat.
Salute to you,
Appreciate
bro.
you, Matrix. You
Salute.
ain't had to do that, bro.
Yep.
You ain't had to throw no
No, man.
money
I've
for
been
this
meaning
shit,
to
man.
do. I've been meaning to
You
do
ain't
it
had
for
to
a
do
while,
that.
man. So I said, fuck it. Let me just. I always forget. So I was like, man, you gave me a reminder. So I was like, man, how do I get 150 on? And they was like, you must upgrade. I'm like, all right, got it. It's like
Well,
they
yeah, I
scream it out to
appreciate
you. You must upgrade.
that.
Motherfuckers. But hey,
See,
it is what it is.
Teofimo, what is it? No, Lomachenko almost caught up to Teofimo Lopez in the latter rounds. If he would fight again at 35, Lomachenko would probably drown him out. You know how Earl Spence didn't have the might to knock out Danny Garcia because he's having a hard time cutting down to 147 to where in the later rounds he's less stronger. It's kind of the same dynamic. Yeah, Teofimo would have a hard time putting Lomachenko away, and Lomachenko would probably drown out Teofimo Lopez, and that's why Teofimo Lopez would be hesitant to take that rematch at 35. He would lose. He'll get knocked out.
Okay. Yeah, I can see your point. 150. Yeah, we were talking about the Lomachenko, Joseph Comey, and I just wanted to ask you, what are your thoughts on the fight? It hasn't been confirmed yet, but it seems more likely. What are your thoughts on it if it does go through?
Richard Comey versus Lomachenko.
Yes.
Man, shit, it's just gonna be a Nakatani part 2, bro. I'm telling you, Lomachenko's gonna destroy him, bro. Without a doubt.
He probably.
Without a doubt, bro.
I could see I could see that, except that I feel Comey is a little stronger than Nakatani going into that fight. Meaning, I'm not saying that Nakatani's not a strong guy. He showed that he's capable of being a pretty strong dude. But I think there was a slight difference between when he fought Teofimo, and then he went in there with what's his name, Verdejo. He looked a little softer, but he got stronger as the fight went along, and he knocked him out. And then in the Loma fight, Loma just destroyed him. I mean, maybe that's credit to Loma, but I still feel that Comey's a little stronger than Nakatani. So, but I can see the same beatdown, just not where his head is bopping all over the fucking place, looking weird. Like you almost like cringe. Like, man, somebody needs to stop this shit. Yo, he's getting fucked up.
Yeah,
Nakatani's still a strong guy. It's not the strength. I think that benefits Comey against Lomachenko and vice versa is that they're more comparable in size. He's kind of on the smaller end, but he wouldn't have those big gaps that he had against Nakatani, where Lomachenko exploited those. Tit for tat, they would probably go at each other, and the dynamic of the fight will play differently. With Teofimo Lopez and Comey, he basically caught him cold. He got lucky in a way. I mean, nothing's lucky, but in a sense, yeah, he caught him with the punch. Where Teofimo was bigger, and he caught him cold, and he tried to recover, but he fully couldn't. But with Comey, Lomachenko, they're kind of like, more like at around the same size,
Yeah.
Yeah, but it can only make Teo look better. So, like, even if Loma knocks him out, it's like Teo can say he knocked him out too. So,
well, look, you got comparisons in the past with Loma. You got Lomachenko before Pedraza versus Tank versus Pedraza. Now, look, most people would say they were still, even though he went the distance, Pedraza went the distance with Lomachenko. Nobody said, not serious boxing fans said, oh, he went 12 rounds with him. Tank's got that, right? Nobody said that. Everybody was like pretty much, that was a pretty awesome performance, Lomachenko. and didn't change their point of view about Tank, right? So even if he fights Commey, so basically to outdo if you go by rounds, what Lopez did, you got to knock him out in the first round. That's unrealistic, right? That is
Yeah, because he caught him cold. It'd be hard to
caught
outdo
him
that.
cold. Exactly. Now, if you go
it'd be really
box
hard.
the shit at him like 150 said, right? So 150 is basically saying he sees Loma beating him up for a few rounds, right? Maybe over 6, and then just stopping him. That's still an unbelievable performance. That's gonna make
It
a guy
would
like
be,
Lopez
but
say,
we know how the
real quick,
internet
it's gonna make
is,
a guy
man.
like
They're gonna.
Lopez. It's gonna make a guy like Lopez say, I don't know if I want to fight that dude. You know.
Look, what are the point of these matchups? These recent matchups for Lomachenko? They're basically telling you it's a marketing ploy to tell you that, listen, the rematch is coming. Like we put aside the triangle theories. We already seen them fight before, so they're gonna hype this fight up for next year.
Yeah,
So
but it makes
Bob
you
knows what
wonder
he's
what the
doing.
hell, like, you know, how the English, the UK guys, they're talking about the 4 kings. It makes you wonder what the hell they're doing, right?
Well,
Nah,
that's
man, I was just gonna say I feel like you know, Mitch is right though. Comey's a lot stronger. You know, he's definitely not gonna get put away as easy. But you know, I think Loma can still dominate him. You know, he's just too skilled. I feel like the skill gap between those two is just like on another level. You know what I'm saying? And even if Loma doesn't beat Comey convincingly or beats him like how Teofimo did, which Teofimo knocked him out in 2 rounds, I feel like that still doesn't matter because he beat the guy that Teofimo struggled against and he fucking stopped him. You know what I'm saying? So
that's true.
that's still
Still
on his
got
favor,
no.
bro. That's still on his favor.
But when you say Comey's a lot stronger, guys, I mean, he got sparked out by Teofimo. I know Teofimo's strong, but Nakatani, he went out on his shield.
Real quick, Gonzalo. I said seems like he's stronger. Like the way when I look at him, you know, he's like, you know, he looks more muscular and more
Those
like
Canadian guys usually are, right?
yeah, they're strong dudes, man. They're very strong. I mean, I'm not saying that the Japanese like Nakatani are not. It has nothing to do with ethnicity. I'm not even saying that. What I'm saying is that I look at both of them and the impression is that Comey might be stronger. He's still, listen, he got knocked out in 2 rounds. He walked into that shit, but he did get stopped. It doesn't matter. He still got stopped. I don't think that's gonna happen with Loma. I think Loma will probably knock, if he does stop him, it's gonna be like what 150 was saying. It's gonna be the Nakatani treatment, something like that. I just don't see his head bobbling all over the place like Nakatani's, is what I'm trying to say.
He's gonna Lomachenko's slowly gonna torture like Comey pretty much. He's gonna stop him in the mid rounds, as what 150 said. He's gonna torture him throughout the mid rounds and stopping him late. So yeah, that is how I see it.
Here's a theoretical Lomachenko versus Jojo Diaz.
Yeah.
Wait.
You guys just laugh.
I mean,
135.
Do you see JoJo as a better opponent, Fight Scout?
No.
Right.
Just Fortuna. I mean, that's his quote unquote strong opponent.
Yeah,
there's other.
Yeah, I don't think JoJo beats Loma.
Is on fire. That guy that beat Tanahara, William Cepeda, he's pretty good. Then you got on the Manny Pacquiao undercard, the guy that knocked out Teofimo Lopez twice on separate occasions. His name Jose Rayo Garcia, Venezuela.
Gonzalo, he stopped him as an amateur.
In sparring twice.
Sparring, right.
Sparring,
sparring is
dude. I saw the first one. Yeah, so that guy.
I didn't know he got knocked out twice, but I didn't know that.
That same dude beat him twice. I mean, when it comes to sparring, man, the ultimate shit is when you drop a dude, right? You pretty much you got him, unless it's like some slip or some shit like that. But if it's straight up,
but when you got knocked out one time, then your father brings you back again to get his get back, and you get knocked out again. You know he he was ready for that shit and still got knocked out.
That boy will fuck him up. Is what he's basically saying. He's like, I'll fuck you up. Like if it's straight gym war, I'll beat the shit out of you. There's guys that could beat you in a gym war, but they probably can't beat you in a pro fight. There's a big difference. Gym warriors are like street fighters. They could fuck you up on the streets, but you know the everybody watching you and judging your performance, they kind of fold under that pressure.
Yeah, and like Ryan Garcia recognized after he called out Manny Pacquiao, and all of a sudden they're saying that he's coming back. I don't want to hear nothing about who he's fighting because that fucker's he lied. He's clout chased, saying, "Oh, I'm gonna fight this guy, I'm gonna fight that guy," and then he don't face nobody. To where really you're gonna get stuck on, oh, he's fighting this guy next. That you're gonna be like all excited about that? Hell no.
Yo, listen, man. Him and his management team are all stuck on stupid, man. They want to promote this guy as a celebrity boxer. Fine, go ahead. But I don't want to hear about this guy's career, man. These guys avoided all the opportunities to move up. I mean, you ducked basically two interim title shots that Suleiman gave you to fight Haney. You don't want to do it. You know, I just want to see the fight. But like, fuck it. You know, you don't want to do it? Fine. I don't want to hear about you. Like, get the fuck out of here. We're retired. Fuck
I mean, like Ryan Garcia, he had the opportunity to fight for the actual title against Devin Haney. He had the opportunity, but he chose not to do it. Instead, he's scared of Haney. He's scared of Haney.
Scared that he'll lose. Not like, you know.
Bro, not even Haney. Tank also, because what he did, what Luke Campbell did to him, right? He had this premonition. I'm like, yo, shit, if this dude lands on me, then I look fucking whack. So he's not gonna take that fight. He always doing was cloud chasing the next day on a fucking Mike Tyson podcast. Oh, I'm gonna fuck you up, all that shit. That's all for cloud chase. But it's just fake ass promotion.
You kind of even saw it in Tank's face. I mean, people can say what they want, but like Tank is like looking at him as, dude, you're a fucking clown. Like you just whatever.
Oh, I'm gonna touch that chin. I'm gonna knock you out. That's it. What?
I mean, imagine like
Luke did to you. I'm gonna do to you even worse.
Sorry, I was just gonna say that like if Campbell was able to drop Ryan Garcia, imagine how would Tank do? Like he would...
that's Tank, man. He's probably stopping him. If Tank lands that same punch,
he's gonna stop him, bro.
It's over. It's over for Ryan.
Him, yeah, because the way he stands. Okay, so Luke caught him with a what was it?
Like a hook, like a left
the
hook,
hook, right? He caught him with a hook shot. Tank
it was
probably
it was like a left cross, left hook type of deal.
I think Tank would draw him in a little bit and go for the uppercut. You know, probably go for the uppercut. He'll probably start it off with a hook, try to hit him with a big shot. Look, nothing's guaranteed, but I'm just saying when I saw the way he got dropped and how easy it was, like how open he was, I'm like, man, telling me Tank can't do that? I can see Tank doing that. For sure.
Shout out to
It was a left hand. It was like it's not a straight. The left hand. They say it's a straight left hand, but it's really a left cross because it comes across your body. So
I can
like
see him hurting
cross,
Tank too. I could see him hurting Tank.
Kind of hook.
I think he can hurt Tank as well. You know, it'd be a matter of who could do it. Who could do it first?
Yeah, one thing that maybe Ryan Garcia will.
There's a comparison.
Is his man strength? He might be getting a little stronger, but he definitely needs to improve on his defense. He's a little flat-footed.
But I think Virtuoso was saying he was discouraged by that fight after that. Like there was some discouragement. Is that what you're saying, Virtuoso?
I pretty much believe so. Because he was talking his shit against Luke Campbell, and that kind of humbled him. I mean, I even heard that he was doing a documentary about that fight. I don't know about that, but like, wow, dude, this guy is like extra, man. I don't know, man.
His chin almost met shoulder. You know how like when you punch somebody and when it rolls back and it hits the shoulder, that's usually a sign he's knocked out. Mm-hmm. That's the knockout shot. That almost happened to him. That basically almost happened to him. That was almost
he almost hit his shoulder.
Right, the chin, right? So he punches the chin, he makes it go up, and then it comes back down, and it hits the shoulder again. It's like
I know what you're talking about.
That's a knockout punch, yeah. Because your butt.
if anybody saw the Masvidal knockout that he got from Usman,
Oh, that's
yeah, that
exactly
was
what happened.
yeah.
That's exactly what will happen.
Yeah. So he almost had that happen to him, maybe by some luck. Basically, that's what Luke Campbell's punch was designed to do. It just didn't fully work. Like the same thing with Wilder and Fury in the second fight. Basically,
Yeah.
I mean the first fight. Sorry. Basically, that was Wilder's game plan: get out, box for 12 rounds, and then just knock him out in the end. Have enough.
But then he realized at the end that once he touched him, oh shit, now I could put pressure on him. That's what Luke Campbell should have done. You know, that's the only way.
Luke Campbell was only there to give him some work. All right, that's
Yeah, Luke Campbell
put it
was
in
there.
those words.
Luke Campbell was there
kinda-
to make Ryan Garcia look good. Like he was paid. He was paid to take a dive pretty much. And like,
Dude, when he knocked him down, his face was like,
no, but he could have done it.
"Oh my god, what just happened? I'm in trouble."
He's a little he's a little light on the ass. You know, he got dropped. He was like a sack of potatoes. He disappeared off the flat screen. You know, he was on the ground. He's just a little light on the ass because he's 5'10" and a half. Maybe at a higher weight, he would fill out a little better once he gets his match.
Yeah, he's a tall motherfucker. I didn't know he was that tall. Shit.
Yeah, he's tall as hell. I mean,
I was gonna say this. Like, shout out to Mark from Unrivaled Boxing who compared him to Amir Khan.
So you compared Luke Campbell?
No, Ryan Garcia to
That's
Amir
a,
Khan.
That's a great comparison.
He has fast hands, flat-footed, and he could get chin checked.
But
I
call him
don't
the
think you guys
Mexican
remember
Adrian
how
Broner
good
pretty
Amir Khan
much.
actually was. Amir Khan was a lot better than Ryan Garcia.
Yeah,
Yes.
I would compare him more to Adrian Broner. I would compare Ryan Garcia to like Adrian Broner pretty much. He's kind of like the Hispanic Adrian Broner. It's all hype, all talk, yeah, and nothing else.
Well, there's some differences, obviously, because Adrian Broner has a pretty good defense, and he's got a good chin. Now, Ryan Garcia doesn't have a chin like Adrian Broner. Man, it's all bad news for Ryan Garcia.
Adrian Broner, counterpuncher as well. I mean, Ryan, I don't know. Ryan, he just got shit to work on. You know, the dude does do all the ducking shit, and you know, I know from the start this nigga wasn't built for this shit, man. He talking about he don't give a fuck about the belts, and he's gonna retire at 26, and now he says he got a mental health issue. You know, I don't know.
You know
I really don't know.
You know what he's doing? De La Hoya talked like this in the middle of his prime. Nobody was beating him, and he was still talking like that. He was like, "I want to be retired by 30." So check out De La Hoya's thing. It was, "I want to be retired by 30, working on my second career as an actor." So Ryan Garcia, right? He's being promoted by Oscar De La Hoya, who I think personally, this is my opinion, I think that's his son.
I think that too, bro.
I think that's really his child, right? They built the same, pretty much. They both got sugar in their tank, so it's like they're kind of very similar in a lot of things. But I think what I'm saying is he's trying to copy that Oscar De La Hoya was a movie star but a boxer. I'm the pretty guy that could. It's like, dude, come up with your own character, bro.
Both Ryan Garcia and Oscar De La Hoya should go to Maury and get a DNA test. And I hope Maury says you are the father to Oscar and to Ryan.
But in Oscar's case, even in Ryan's case, that shit ain't gonna work because De La Hoya fought everybody. De La Hoya literally fought a lot of fighters.
De La Hoya fought
he got in there with the best. Yeah, he got in there with the best.
Even when he was a weight bully, look, he was a weight bully from like 130 to 140. He was really a weight bully. But
for
all the big names.
Big as hell.
So then when he went to 147, when he was fighting guys more or less his size, the question was, is he going to do the same? And he pretty much did, right? He got a lot of money for it, which is fine. But he fought like everyone.
Man, I'm telling you, every time I think of De La Hoya is when Pacquiao beat his ass, man. Every time I always think about that. Every time they bring on De La Hoya, I just think of Pacquiao.
He retired him, basically.
He retired him, you know what I'm saying? Oh, man, he destroyed him, bro. You know, Floyd did pretty well, but, man, Pacquiao trashed him, man. Yeah, he's coming back. Yeah.
It's
guys
an
can
official
you got
fight. So
He's
real
fighting
quick.
the Victor dude.
Real
Victor,
quick, guys.
Yeah,
Victor
it's
Belfort from the
yeah,
UFC.
Belfort, yeah, yeah.
it's sanctioned though. It's gonna go on the professional record.
Hey
Yeah.
guys, real quick. I'm gonna step away for like 3 minutes the most. You guys keep.
All right, man.
You guys continue.
All right,
Got
bro.
it.
He's gonna make some food, guaranteed. He's gonna go throw something in the microwave or something.
Hey, Gonzalo, you have a good
Terrible.
voice for like announcing like fighters, man.
My
Yeah,
headphones are not working on my tablet, so I just gotta speak into the microphone. I don't know. Just I think my tablet's getting old. No headphone set will work now. I don't know what's
What?
wrong. Just maybe it's outdated.
Oh,
Because I brought it from the United States, my tablet, so I've had it like for 4 years. And when I hook up the headphones, I cannot talk into Discord or StreamYard. So I just do it without headphones. It's okay.
yeah. I like I said before, like I just have a few, I won't be surprised that Ryan Garcia, he's Oscar De La Hoya's son. Like both of them should go to Maury.
bro. Yeah, bro. Yeah, I've been always thought that. I'm like, bro, this dude really is De La Hoya's son, bro.
I think,
Yeah.
I
You know,
think,
De La Hoya,
like, I
De La
think-
Hoya's actually had a son that started boxing. I think his name is Joshua or Josh De La Hoya, and he went by the name the Platinum Boy. But I guess he wasn't that good fighting. The Golden
Yeah.
Boy. You can look him up. Oscar De La Hoya's son, the Platinum Boy. But he's like way bigger than De La Hoya.
Like
You remember
like
when they
I
were
said-
trying to build Diego De La Hoya, like his
Oh
nephew?
yeah,
He was just
Yeah.
terrible.
yeah, it was
He's
terrible.
coming back next
The
month.
Dodgers are getting shut
Is he?
out, bro.
Didn't he get knocked out when like his first real step up?
By a contender.
Yeah. Like I mean, how do you go 30-0 and just like fight absolutely nobody? That was crazy, man.
Yeah, I think the guy has like no real power.
Oh shit!
Your
The Brewers
boxing
lost
is
to the Pirates. Fucking fights go.
I don't watch baseball, man.
Yeah, but they're not supposed to lose to the fucking Pirates. The Pirates suck. They only have 41 wins, and Brewers have
Wait,
64.
who lost to the Pirates?
The Brewers.
Brewers, 8-5,
Yeah, they ain't gonna go far.
and they were at home. The fuck? You're a betting man. You're like, what the fuck is this shit?
How many
That's
games
baseball.
do they play? They play like 180 or something, right?
I mean,
Honestly,
yeah,
me
like
too.
I bet on like fucking 5 to 10 games a day, dude. But I bet like 10, 20 bucks each game. But sometimes I make 20 bucks, 50 bucks. Sometimes I lose 10, 20 bucks, you know.
I heard it's
That's
kind
a
of
lot
hard
of
to bet on baseball. So
Or any
you must
sport,
be-
dude. Like, I don't know how people say they make a living off it, but it's like, dude, like, you win some, you lose some. You can't bank everything on sports, man. Anything can happen.
Unless you
man.
got that book like the Back to the Future that Biff had. On
Yeah, man. I mean, like, it's hard to say. Like, even like favorite, like Yankees, like they're Yankees piss me off because they'll either score like fucking 15 runs or they won't fucking score at all. Like, the Yankees
Remember
are
that
fucking-
book that Biff had in the Back to the Future
Yeah.
Part 2? The Almanac?
Yeah. You got
Yeah,
rich
that's the
off of
only
that,
thing
man.
about going back in
That's a-
time. The only thing you would do different is bet on games. Everything else.
You know,
is
the
right.
Cubs almost won it in the year, right? 30 in the based off the movie, but I guess they lost. They won it the year later. That the Back to the
Like,
Future.
I heard
was
about that. Yeah, I heard it was like almost accurate to like the times we were living and shit, and people get all weird about that shit.
Hey, remember when the Cubs when they were playing that one team? I forgot the Hispanic guy's name. I think he's from South America. Not Moises Salud. No, maybe I don't know. He
Maybe.
hit the ball and the fan caught it and they lost. Remember that game?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, you're talking about the Bartman game. Oh yeah, that was gonna be a
Yeah.
foul ball.
because the
What
Cubs
do you call
haven't
it?
won it in
Well,
like
like-
fucking almost 100 years or something.
What happened? They
Yeah,
looked
they-
like
they-
the bottom of the eighth or the ninth, right? I think.
Something like that. Yeah, man. They actually lost the game. or
Yeah,
something,
man,
right?
they had the lead, man. But that they blame
Look.
it on this dude, man. They ran him out of town.
They had to escort
when
him.
in
They had to
fact it was
escort
some-
him
it
out of
was
the
a-
stadium because people are gonna beat his ass.
Yeah, but it was
It's like
it-
it's like a
it was their
common
fucking
rule, like
shortstop
you
that
don't
fucking-
interfere with the game, but people don't know that.
but they never blamed the fucking shortstop who extended the fucking inning with his fucking error, a fucking routine ground ball, and
All right.
would have been over. Shit.
Well, it's
Crazy,
because
man.
I know this shit
they're
because I
cursed,
watch the
bro.
games, man.
They're cursed. They're cursed, bro.
So yeah, and now
It's
and now
insane.
and now they blew up
I
the
bet you
team,
when they
man.
build a big new
After just one
stadium,
championship,
I bet you they'll fucking start winning.
You guys think Cavaliers
it's
got a
usually
shot
the other
in?
way around when they've been in the stadium.
Yeah.
I guess Ortiz.
Hey, Rick, have the Yankees
yeah.
won in their new stadium yet?
Yeah, the first year, 2009.
But other than that, they haven't won yet.
Yeah,
They haven't won after that. Nah.
yeah. That's very rare though. You know, when a team wins, you know, first year in their new building. I've seen it once before with the Lakers. You know, at the Staples Center. That's where Oscar fought.
Very
You know,
rigged,
Mosley.
man.
Hey,
Very
the
rigged.
Dodgers is one of
You
the
think
oldest stadiums.
Like, you know how the LA
yeah.
Rams, you remember that? How they won? I think they won the Super Bowl, right? Or
Yeah,
did
they
Greatest show on
No.
turf.
Well, the St. Louis Rams, excuse me. I think they
In
was
St.
Yeah,
Louis,
not the
not
LA
in
Rams.
LA.
I was
right,
talking
but
about
they're the
LA.
LA Rams now. But
Yeah.
They're pushing hard in LA for the Rams to get a Super Bowl championship, dude. They're
Exactly,
pushing
and
real
it's
fucking
just
hard.
rigged, man. It's
I hear
rigged
it every
'cause
day on the radio, man. They just want them to win.
Five Scout. If
Buy your
what you
tickets
say is
now.
true,
Buy your
if,
tickets. Buy your tickets.
if,
Rams.
if
the
what
LA
you say
market
is
is
true,
huge, man.
It's marketing.
I mean, Five Scout. If what you say is true, right, that these games were rigged, then that implies that the Patriots basically cheated. That most of the wins were basically because of filming
they
No,
did.
I
practices.
Well,
thought no,
the
they
team.
actually won fair and square. They
yeah,
actually won that one fair and
Oh,
square, but there
but
was that
bro, yo,
they had the
recognize, don't
Rams
you?
versus
You're a
the
Yankee fan.
Saints.
Yo,
They had
you
the Rams
recognize.
versus the
You
Saints
Yankee.
2 years in a row, and the guy just tackled the guy like 2 times,
Yeah.
2 years in a row. He tackled the guy when he was trying to like make the catch or whatever it was, and it was like a blatant penalty.
You're
That
talking.
was the Rams, wasn't it?
No, they almost. Against the Patriots. I don't know what
Yeah.
happened. They beat them 13-3.
It was a low scoring game, but like
I could have missed
conspiracy,
that.
the conspiracy was that Belichick had people filming the practices in the stadium. That was
Yes, but
because of
there's some
Spygate.
there's some weird stuff going on there. Okay, so for example, they say that they were filming. I think the Patriots have gotten like penalized by Roger Goodell for
Yeah.
the integrity of the game. But
Yeah,
he had video of
they
it. But
basically
never
lost
showed it.
a draft pick because of that shit.
But here's the funny thing: they had video, right? Real quick, they had video, but decided not to show it. They just got rid of the evidence. Why did they do that? Doesn't make
Every
no sense.
team does that. That's why.
Because they're trying to protect the integrity of the game. It's a PR thing, They don't want to appear like they're supporting the team that's corrupted. Like the same thing with the Astros. You're Yankee fans, right? Don't you hate it that the fact that they fucking got away with winning one by using fucking cameras to spy on the catcher, doing stealing signs? Of course.
I agree with you, but here's what's funny, right? If you see the Yankees response, right? The Yankees responded was like a smile on their face, as if like no big deal, like you guys got caught.
No.
But that's the only difference is you guys got caught.
That was the thing. The Chapman was smiling. He gave up a fucking.
I remember it. Yeah, when
and bro, that dude's been in the middle of these blown saves in the fucking postseason. This dude smiles, and this dude Altuve, he rounds the bases. When he gets to home plate, he's covering the shirt like, "Oh, I don't want them to see the."
Yeah, he's telling them like he's warning them like, "Hey, assholes, I got that shit on me. Don't rip me up.
I'm wearing a wire, a buzzer. Like that was the thing.
I'm a fucking snitch, bro. Don't rip me up.
Nah, you know what? Fuck that, dude. Baseball's baseball. If you find fucking somewhere weird advantage,
baseball. Yeah, exactly.
That's why they're busting the people with the sticky shit. And like Trevor Bauer, he's not even playing no more, dude. He's the best pitcher in baseball, and that's why I always tell people it's not about talent, man. It's all about your marketable.
But you know why?
But he's not playing, right? You know why he's not playing?
Yeah, because it's bad publicity if a guy's like being charged with sexual assault.
Well, that's one, and second, it's like also like, dude, You fucked
too.
you
He's
fucked our
suspended.
shit
He's
up.
also
Yeah.
the guy that ratted everybody out.
There you go. Snitches get
Just
it's that
yeah,
saying.
eye for
Snitches
an
get
eye.
stitches. Yeah.
Because he was the one that was talking. Like he was basically a co-conspirator. Like he basically took part in that shit. But bro, you was talking mad shit, man. Like keep that shit to yourself. You know. I mean, I would have
Nah,
liked
but
to that
like that's
shit.
why that's probably why I would have never became a pro because the Major League Scouting Bureau was like, you got mad talent, but you just don't got the right attitude. And I didn't get what they meant when I was young. I was like, what the fuck they mean right attitude? The
Well, they
fuck's
got
that
like
about?
in baseball, they got like informants, right? Like just think of like, the criminal world, right? There's always informants. So they got like informants that are going around, tipping off, even though their team do it, right? They know that, like Kurt Schilling. Like think of Kurt Schilling when he's like pointing the finger at everybody, but like his teammates have come out as like they were cheaters and he knew about it. Not cheaters, but like that's the word that they use. You're a cheater. This guy's a cheater. Yada yada. Right. And
Bro.
but the whole time he had people in his team and he didn't mind, and he probably was doing something himself.
Yo, recognize, bro. You know the pitcher from the Yankees, right? Domingo Germán.
Yes.
That dude basically, he missed out on the entire 2019 postseason just because he hit his girl.
Yes. I
And I'm
remember
like,
that.
yo, and they kept that shit hush hush. I'm like, yo, why the fuck he's not on the team? I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And
Yep.
they kept that shit a secret because again, it's this PR shit. It says,
It's
oh,
all about how much money they can make, bro. It's not about like
bro,
extreme
and I'm
talent.
like, yo, this shit is fucking rigged, man. I'm like, come on.
Oh yeah.
You're just trying to control the game, and like, come on, and these assholes got away with murder, fucking stealing signs and shit. Fuck them, man. That's why I hate baseball these days.
Nah, but I mean, I guess they can't really allow like guys that can like throw fucking mad strikeouts but like they hit their wife, like you know what I mean? They drink and they say shit.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, it's not like really
Sarcasm.
American. They can't market that like with the sponsors, but like in reality, like people always say like, oh, you're just mad because you're not making millions of dollars. But it's like the average baseball player doesn't even make millions of dollars, dude. They
You
might
know
get
what was a
lucky.
terrible secret?
Yeah.
You know what was a terrible secret back in the 90s? Michael Jordan's crazy gambling habit, right? But they still never tried to. They weren't going to suspend Jordan. I have a feeling the reason why Jordan took some time off.
No,
was
they
because the
actually they
NBA
did. They told him to leave.
That's right. I heard that
I just
too.
watched a video from who's that, DJ Vlad, and he was
DJ
asking
Vlad,
somebody, and they were saying he was asking that mob guy, and the mob guy was like, "Yeah, David Stern told Michael Jordan to leave for 2 years."
Yes, yes, and that was the talk back then. Like people had like their little conspiracies. It was like the NBA told him to take some time off because remember his dad gets killed in some weird situation. Like, did you guys ever hear about what happened to Jordan's dad? Like he fell
Yeah,
A little bit.
on a high.
He was in it. He was in it for some money against some people,
Of
right?
course.
Against some loan sharks.
Well, no, that's not the official story. People think this is what happened, right? But
Ask OG Boogie. He was gonna say something.
go ahead, OG. What's up, brother?
What's up, gentlemen? Greetings and salutations.
Salute, OG
150.
Boogie.
Virtuoso.
Yeah.
Darren. Gonzalo, my brother. ¿Qué pasa, hombre?
¿Cómo estás, güey?
La
You're
misma
kicking it.
cosa, tú sabes.
That's Chico language, bro. That's our Chico language.
What's up, Recognize?
What's
hey,
up,
Fight
man?
Scout.
What's
What's
up, man?
going?
Yeah.
So you were gonna say
listening
something about the Jordan
OG
situation?
Boogie, the real OG.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, 150? 150M. Remember that, Mills.
I'll give you a $150, man. Don't fuck with
Oh,
me.
this is the
Hey,
first time
we're
hopping with
we're
you,
looking for them
OG
super
Boogie.
chats. What's up, OG Boogie?
Well,
What's up,
150,
good?
big ass titties, no. 150, let me see them.
Yeah,
So,
but
no,
the
but
whole
real
thing
quick,
is about
guys.
that
Real quick.
with Jordan's father.
Yes, go ahead.
That situation was complex and it was masked. And yes, it probably had something to do with underworld takings and other pressures from the higher ups for Jordan to get out. I have a feeling that is like that because the presumption is, how can something happen in that event and then everything, if you look at it from afar, it compounds each action to what was happening. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. So his
Yeah, but
his dad was killed while falling asleep on a highway, I believe, in North Carolina, South Carolina. I'm not 100% sure, but I think
Yeah,
it's North
Wilmington,
Carolina.
Wilmington, North Carolina. That's where they
Wilmington,
from,
North
bro.
Carolina. Now,
Yeah.
150. How big are those highways, and how safe is it for you to fall asleep
Safe
on
as
that
a
highway?
motherfucker.
Man, these highways out here in North Carolina, where I'm at, man, these shit's big as hell, man.
Right. So they're
Smooth
big.
ass
So,
roads, man. Trust me, I did 200 mile an hour on one of those roads.
so think about it. These guys happened to see him, right? So the young adults at the time, they're like maybe 21. The other guy was like 18, 19. And so they see his car, and the reason why they went up to the car was to rob him. And I guess Jordan's dad was like caught off guard, right? He's sleeping, he gets up, they kill him. You do
Yeah,
that.
I don't
mean-
believe that. I don't believe that.
I
First
mean-
of all, in North Carolina, around them parts, they know who's Jordan dad is, and he's old school. I know that old man got a motherfucking burner under his seat. Okay?
Right.
Yeah.
If
Didn't
they-
he play for the Tar Heels? Jordan.
Wait, hold on.
Well, you
Hold
talking
on.
about-
Yeah.
talking about
he
Michael
went to
Jordan.
yes, he went to college for
He
in
went
North
to
Carolina. They were
UNC.
called the Tar Heels. Yeah, they were called the Tar Heels. But
Yeah,
then with
UNC
Jordan's
Tar
dad, it's
Heels.
like I don't believe that this dude was like set up or anything. There was conspiracy tied to his gambling habits. I do think he was just killed by some low level thugs, man, who thought they had King's ransom, but then they fucked up and killed this dude, and then wanted
Could
to
be.
hide the
It
body.
could be. Exactly. No, listen. Like in reality, it could be just some random act. It could have been like, that does happen. That does happen to people, across America, across the world, basically, that, they fall asleep. They might be on the highway or whatever. Like I've traveled from New York to Florida, brother, and I could swear to you, at least 2 times, these locals were following me, like me going through certain states. And I'm like, I know they're following me. It's 100%. They're fucking following me, Maybe I stopped in North Carolina or something, went to go get something to eat. They looked at me and they said, wonder what this dude is doing here, right?
Yeah,
See,
especially it's
they-
like a crime of opportunity, no recognized.
Yeah.
Like you said, if you're close to a highway, that's an easy escape avenue, no?
Mhm.
That's one thing about me, though. That's why I always ensure you better have a fast ass car to come catch my ass. Because
Dude,
Hey,
is
what
like,
happened to? Hey, hold on. What happened to Coco Tyler, Durden?
Yeah, what's going on? Is this like, he's not dead, right? Is he really dead? That's a joke, right?
But as far as we're concerned, he's dead. We haven't heard back from him.
Come on. Are you Wait.
Here's the-
I don't want to laugh about this. Are you serious?
Okay, let's say. Okay. So, like, as far as we're concerned, he's missing. He hasn't responded, not even to Young God's messages, not even on his cell phone or nothing. He hasn't responded.
Young
so.
God and him, like, are they from?
They went to the
Same area,
same
they
junior
know each-
high, but they went to different high schools or something.
oh shit.
Damn, man.
Okay, here's a positive note. We can speculate that homeboy from Camacho and us having private meetings. What we think maybe is going down. Homeboy's been fucking up at school. He's on stream too much, live streaming all the fucking goddamn time.
Gotcha.
We think his parents took his cell phone. And his
Okay, I
computer.
got you.
Okay, yeah. He on punishment.
And
Coco,
and
you're
that
on punishment,
motherfucker,
bro.
he's fucking like failing in school, so we ain't gonna hear from him. Fucking.
So he's
As
got
far as
good
we know,
parents.
he's fucking dead, bro, because he's not responding to shit. So
He's
Damn,
we think maybe
so
he's
got
grounded or
good
something, bro.
parents. He's got good parents that are like,
damn
his father probably stepped to him and be like, I'll fuck your ass up, man. Give me that
Maybe
shit.
maybe they caught him saying the N-word or something on the stream.
Right,
or something.
you little motherfucker.
I mean, we literally like Young God has a cell phone number or something, and he's texting him, and that fool ain't responding. So I bet you they took his phone. I mean,
This is
as far as
probably
we can
Coco.
as far as we can speculate, he's dead from the internet. You know what I mean? Like we don't know if he's coming back or what the fuck's going on. Because
What I speculate is his dad deaded him from the internet. Like Coco's like 18. He probably has a dad who's in his 40s. He's probably an OG growing up, and it's like, I'm not gonna let you just fuck up and not go to school. So I'm taking your shit away. All right.
Because he was already fucking up last year, and like Camacho was always telling him, stop being a degenerate and fucking get your homework done. But he would always want to be on live streams all the time, which is pretty good at. He's talented, man. He's a talented little kid, but you got to graduate from high school first before you get into this shit, you know.
Want him to get a degree in trolling. They want him to get a degree in.
How about this, Justin? All lives matter.
Oh, Justin Trouble. Justin Trouble's gonna get upset, man. He's been on my chat, man, talking crazy.
Oh man, this guy, dude.
Well, shout out, man. Give him a shout out for that one, man. Come on.
All lives matter.
Hey, we're talking about rest in peace, fucking Coco, for having his mom and dad take his computer and his cell phone away. And who knows when
if he didn't actually die, right?
Right. If he didn't,
don't forget to put my cousin's
we don't
name
know if he's dead.
Too.
I mean, to be honest, do we know if Quantum Rob really died? Did Quantum Rob really die, or did he just
wait? Talking about who's that guy again?
Remember Quantum
that
Rob?
That name sounds familiar, so I'm like,
he was like a boxing guy, you know. He was around.
I got numerous cousins that got killed by crime, and they were innocent, and they got shot by cops. I got cousins that got killed. I got cousins that got killed in front of me, and they got the wrong people. And so, dude, I don't give a fuck what you're saying there, Justin.
Yeah, they got the right people in that one. They got the right people.
Oh, you're talking to Justin?
Yeah, I'm talking to Justin because he writing some bullshit saying about Floyd. Whatever, man. The motherfucker was on fentanyl. He was all fucked up and all that shit. I don't want to fucking hear about no porn stuff.
Justin's not going to hear it. I've had many debates with him. He's going to say Black Lives Matter no matter what.
Yeah, but in those cases, the police got the right people in that
go
one.
Go ahead and go with your stupid Black Lives Matter bullshit because you don't even know the foundation of that fucking organization. All right, you dumbass.
I remember Justin Trouble.
You want to hear some crazy shit though? The founding members of Black Lives Matter, they're fucking dead. You know why? The fucking cops killed them. Yeah. Fuck them. They started in Ferguson, Missouri. That's when the movement started, and they got shot secretly. That's it. So now it's being spearheaded by these dumb broads that take fucking money for this fucking NGO that won't fix the fucking society structurally. So that they have no material analysis. So I don't want to hear from them.
The main thing that I don't like about BLM, this is the one thing that I don't like. Like, I don't care if you come up with an organization to try to help your group of people,
your community,
right? If you're trying to do that, I don't have. That's noble, right? Even if I disagree with your message, but if you were doing actually something good, I would say, hey, props to them. What I don't like about them is that whole. I think they took it off their page, in their website. It's like, we are here to destroy the nucleus family. I'm like, whose nucleus family are you trying to destroy? The black?
The nucleus family. That means
they're already having trouble already.
The traditional American, like.
But real quick, why would you try to do that to a community that's already have
in turmoil?
Yeah,
it's
you're trying to
perpetuate
destroy it to zero. Basically, you basically say, okay, so 70% is not good enough for us. We want it at basically 100%. Where a black woman has a child and there's no dad, whether it's from a black guy, which more likely it would be the case, or some Puerto Rican, right? If it's not a black guy, it's a Puerto Rican dude.
Can I say something? Look, First of all, these people come say about Black Lives Matter, this like look, all lives matter. Okay, look at the black on black crimes. Why you ain't saying shit about that, dude?
But you know
Your
what? I don't
own
say
your
all
own
lives matter. You know what I say? I say good lives matter. Good people. Like if
yeah,
you're good,
good people that's
yeah,
gonna be
yeah.
productive in this world, that's gonna elevate everybody else to motivate them to get higher up and to not worry. Look, I came from the fucking streets. I came from New York City back in the days. I saw the crack epidemic. I saw the heroin epidemic. I had people that died. You know, all that shit, man. This life gives you a path. What you choose is what you choose, whether it's good or bad. You can get off from that. You can have the chance to motivate yourself to be better. So be better. You talking to a motherfucker that ain't that look that people right now, even my own family members don't believe. Oh shit, this thing is an electronics engineer. Oh shit, yo, I was the dumb motherfucker that people used to say, "Oh, you dumb," you know all this shit. But you know what? I didn't let them deter me from my future and my path. I made my path.
Well, that's the scam, though. The scam is that it's not your right. It's if you tell any group of people, right, and I do believe that it goes beyond just black people. It's like all type of
Yeah.
people. There's this sympathy. There's this like crybaby class of all race. It's like, oh, I didn't make it because of this. It's like that's the scam. It's to keep you wanting big government. Now, I want to address this comment real quick. Where the fuck was it? Right here. I seen this with my own eyes. What he's talking about. They were like these agitators, provocateurs. That's what they were. Like I saw a lot of people. Like, look, I'm in New York City, right? And Virtuoso, maybe he saw this too. How many people did we see that looked like they weren't from New York? These were not people from New York. They were not from the city. A couple of people got caught from other states with pipe bombs. And I'm like, so you came to New York City with that? How the fuck did you get in?
You know,
Like knowing what New York City is a police state. There's cameras everywhere. Brother, the fact that we even have homicides, that these dudes are stupid enough to do that, shows you how crazy New York, like the idea, like the stupidity. Wherever
I started working security like the first weekend of the protest last year. And I was like, yo, I'm looking over my shoulder, bro. I'm like,
yeah.
I worked in fucking Soho and I'm hearing gunshots, bro. And I'm like, that hasn't happened since the 1980s, bro. And guess what happened? Economic turmoil. That's the key to crime. It's economic turmoil.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That was the what was it? The mission statement from BLM was to just pretty much, if you read it, it's to like almost perpetuate it by just keeping the black man down and just blaming everyone else.
Right.
But when you're looking at like the CIA, right? The CIA are like recruiting all these weirdo leftists, homosexual rainbow people, right? And that's pretty much to infiltrate. If you're looking at like if you're the CIA, you're gonna use these people to infiltrate like the BLM thing, right? Because let's say you're not part of those rainbow people will find you out real quick if you're not one of them.
Listen.
That's true.
They know, like, they're not trying to BLM, at least the people that just want to protest peacefully, want nothing to do with these Asian provocateurs. Just like these fucking LGBT people want nothing to do with these fucking pedophiles that want to claim pedophilia as a sexuality. They're saying fuck no. So there's some responsible people in those movements. It's just the CIA does this, a lot.
But they just get rid of those people. Like, right, if they speak up. Like, I've seen a lot of people that I don't agree with, but like what they think is the problem, I'll be like, that's not it, but fine, right? But then they'll speak up about certain things, and next thing you know, they're removing them. Like one of these girls from BLM who I just forget her fucking name. She had like a Spanish last name, but she's a black girl.
Mhm.
I forget her name, whatever. So
Doesn't matter.
yeah, she got removed when she started speaking on certain topics that she disagreed with, and they're just like, well, you're not radical enough. So it's like, let's just take it to the times of after World War I, right? So basically, that girl would have been murdered by the people that she supported once the revolution was on, right? Like, you don't want to
She's
do
like
it.
Candace Owens.
Yeah, they would just would have shot her. Basically, they just would have shot her in the face. Somebody would have
Mm.
said, like somebody would have jumped up in her face and be like, "I say we kill babies," and she'd be like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, what the fuck?" And they just shoot her right in her face, like she hesitated, that type of thing. Basically, that's what they're doing. So
Bro,
you're gonna see they're gonna start eating themselves up, but at the same time, they're
They
trying
already
to
have, man.
they're
They've
trying
already
to
have.
with them.
But the thing is, it's just happening online. It's like real leftists are basically just fucking workers, people that work that move till, that basically work iron workers, basically service workers. Those are real leftists, people that are trying to fight for labor rights. These people are just fucking like prima donnas, fucking people that claim they started a movement. They're just for the fame, just for clout. And that's what people need to become more politically aware. There's nothing wrong with that. There are people there that are fucking nefarious, that are very powerful, and there's very few of them. But people just have to be more politically aware, and it's not through this catharsis of just protesting. People have to be like wise up and have more political knowledge. So
Exactly. They just want to be a part of something.
Yeah.
Hey, bro,
Mhm.
just get good at shooting and shit. I don't mean to fad post, but you know what I mean. Just get good at your aim.
Mhm.
yo.
The thing is though, I don't live in a fucking open carry state. Like me and Recognize do not live in that state, bro.
Yeah, anything we
But
do,
you do
if it
think I
comes to
do think
that,
about
illegal.
I do think about getting strapped though sometimes. I just
What's up, Virtuoso? What's up, Matrix?
What's
G
going
Book?
on, man?
yo
What up?
What's up, fellas?
Action
What's up, Jackson? What's up, dude?
The fuck is good, boys? The fuck is good?
Jackson,
Cowabunga, bro.
Jackson is a businessman and a freestyle lifer on his regular time.
Yes, that's very
Way to
true.
do it, man. That's the way to do it.
You guys can take notes, bro.
That's it, man.
No,
you can learn a lot from a young man. I've always said that.
Right.
Man.
Damn
Nah,
right.
man.
Who said an old dog can't learn new tricks?
Yeah, sometimes the young cats shows like somebody like me, right? Like I love chilling with my nephews, man. The motherfuckers know everything. Nah, let me show you how to do this. They take your phone in 5 seconds, they hook you up. You're like, damn, how the fuck did you do that?
Dude, I learned a lot from you and G Boogie. Like, it's vice. You both. I help you guys. You guys help. A brother out. So it works.
That's the way it's supposed to be, man.
100%.
Hey, Virtuoso, let me ask you a question, right? So from what you was telling me how you started that security gig, and I know that it was I know personally that shit was big around the time of last year, right? Around the summertime, especially like in the middle of June, when it was like, okay, we got ourselves a problem here. But didn't you feel honestly, to me at least, because maybe I'm old, I'm a lot older than you. So, like, everybody talks about New York in the 80s and the early 90s, right?
Young man.
Yeah.
Right, but I'm old enough to remember those times, right? But I never felt as what the fuck is going on as like last summer in New York, especially when I would come into like Manhattan, all the boroughs, but especially when I had to like come into Manhattan. I remember I was still there when everything started to like about the beginning of July, but that whole month of June was insane. That was the most craziest time in terms of like just chaos, total chaos, and like I don't know if I should go there. I think I should go in my car.
I mean, the worst that really happened, recognized, was just property damage. That's all it was. I don't think there was that many murders or anything like that. I mean, yeah, you can conflate that, with other people being wilding out and shit, but I don't think it had anything to do with all this fucking chaos shit. I mean, I just started and I'm already hearing fucking gunshots. I'm like, dude, this shit is so random to me. Like
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
all this. Yeah, I'm like, dude, I don't need this shit. Like that's why I want to like move somewhere quiet, and like
Where are you at,
I'm getting
Virtuoso?
Didn't the murder rates go higher than what it was in the 90s?
No.
Not to those
Hell
levels.
no.
No. It's a little bit more safer than it was back then. So
Yeah,
yeah, I live in Manhattan. I live in the upper Manhattan, Washington Heights, but the crime has gone down, significantly since the late '90s. But it goes up and down. It has its peaks and valleys, but it's really not that terrible.
I
It's
think the
only the summer
worst
thing.
time. I think the worst times was in the mid '80s, early '90s. That's
Hmm.
that's when the crime rate was whoa.
right. That's
Yeah.
when I think New York was pumping like, no lie to
Yeah,
you, man, 2,000 or better every
dude. The best
every year.
times if
Damn.
y'all was in that era was in the '70s. The '70s was the shit, man.
70s is when it started getting bad. Like the numbers started to creep into the thousands and shit like that. And then the 80s, it was just a continuation. It was getting a little higher than the crack epidemic.
I
And
mean,
Yeah,
so
well, the
that went
crack
into the
what
started
did
in
what did Gerald
84,
Ford tell
85.
tell New York City when it was strapped for cash? Told them to drop dead. New York's still here, and where's Gerald Ford now? He's dead. Fuck him. Um,
what he
where's
said? He said drop
Ronald?
what? Drop what?
He said bro. It was national headline
No, I remember what
when
he
New
said.
York.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember. Well,
No,
I
but what was
wasn't there,
exactly
but
that
like,
he said? He said drop that.
yeah, it said New York something like drop dead to New York, like because they were starving for cash. The
Yeah.
city was basically broke,
Yep.
and Ford basically gave him a middle finger because motherfucker, these people, these presidents don't know
Ford,
how to fix
who?
things.
The president?
Yes, Gerald Ford,
Yeah, check
and
this out. You want to hear
yeah,
something
go
real
ahead.
quick? I met President Ford back in '85. He was with a Secret Service guy, and I asked for his fucking autograph. He gave it to me, and then he walked off. The Secret Service guy told me, "Why the fuck do you want his fucking ass
That's good shit, man.
The
autograph?"
dude,
G
look,
Boogie, baby.
I know a little presidential history, and from what I learned, this dude is mad boring. Now, like fast forward to 1980, right? Ronald Reagan visits the Bronx, and that dude is overwhelmed by broke ass people, man. He doesn't know how to fix this shit. What does that tell you? History shows you that electing presidents doesn't fix societal problems, man. This shit is a
He,
fucking
he,
No.
it's a
he's the
show.
one.
It's a
He's the one
show.
that gave not gave him an opportunity, but he's the one what's the word? What's his name? Marvin Hagler wanted an opportunity to become champion because fighters were ducking him.
Hmm.
Gerald Ford made that happen.
Mm.
Just a
Wait,
quick fact.
there's a little time difference there, right?
What?
Gerald Ford and Hagler. Ford was a little
Well, no.
before.
Ford was in the 70s, right?
Bro, he only held office for like 2 years.
Yeah,
Between
Yeah, that's true.
1970, between Nixon's impeachment and resignment to like
Right. That was in the late
losing to
70s, right?
losing to Jimmy Carter in 1976 election.
Dude,
I
Nixon
know a
was a
little
good
bit.
president, man. My
yeah.
bad, Virtuoso.
Who?
Nixon was actually a very underrated president for what he did. I hate like rambling about economics, but like he did a lot of good
Mm,
shit.
okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he
Yeah.
expanded
Listen,
trade.
whenever they
He
get
basically expanded trade with China, and the both countries needed each other,
I
to
didn't know
support
that.
each other financially. Yeah, he did because he went to China and visit, Mao Zedong, and said, you know what, fuck it. There's a chance we could do business together in the future, and they did. China is a state capitalist society. It's
Yeah,
not
they
really
have to do
communist.
business. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
whenever you do
Oh,
something good for the people, the establishment gets rid of you.
Yeah, you get disappeared.
you either
communism, man.
They either kill you or they steal the election or whatever.
Wasn't he the other president that fell like Joe Biden off the plane?
No. Was it? I
Fucking
don't
crawling
know.
up the poor bastard.
Yeah, he slipped off the plane. You know how Joe Biden, they made a meme about that because he fell like 4 times.
I think
Did
Bob
you see his
Dole.
son
Was
hitting
it?
that crack pipe?
Was it Bob Dole that fell off the stage?
Yeah, I remember that one. That was a long time ago, man.
Yeah, I remember that. I mean,
a little kid.
I'm envisioning that shit. As soon as you said it, I was like, laughing my ass off.
Yeah, that's another boring fuck, man. Another fucking Republican bullshit artist.
Yeah, fuck Joe Biden. I used to live right next to him. That guy's a douche.
Oh, really?
You live next
Yeah.
to Bernard Hopkins, then?
Wilmington, Delaware. I lived in Chadsford, Pennsylvania. It's like you go Chadsford, Centerville, Greenville, and Biden's house is at the end. And guy's a total douche. We ran into him like 4 times.
he's a child molester too. But
Yeah,
no,
did
he
try to
is.
touch you?
He
Did he
is.
touch you?
Oh yeah. You know
No,
what?
it's just
Recognize?
it's just funny how you
You're
slipped
not
it
lying,
in.
bro.
Yeah.
He's not even fucking like hiding it anymore.
No,
bro.
he's
I've seen-
pinching a little girl's nipple on TV. Like fuck.
He's
it.
sniffing
Yeah,
their
what the
hair,
fuck?
like he's like hugging. I'm like, get off, bro. Like,
Listen,
stop
I
it.
don't care if he was my friend, my next door neighbor, a family member. I would have 2-pieced him right there.
Oh my god, yeah.
Fuck outta here,
You
old
take
man.
somebody's
Crazy.
innocence, man. You
I'll go to federal prison for that shit. I don't give a fuck.
Choke his ass out. I'll put him in a sleeper hole.
yeah, break his face.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The one that they're really going hard in right now recognizes your boy, Andrew Cuomo.
That's not my boy.
Oh, he's from New
fuck
York.
that
You know what I
dude,
mean.
too.
He's from where you're from.
He's trying to
That
link you to
fucking
Cuomo.
gargoyle face motherfucker. Fuck him.
Yeah, good old fucking New York governor.
Yo,
Your peeps.
Hey, you want to know what's up? Okay, this is my thought on Cuomo. So, the very people that he was siding with, right? This whole left-right paradigm, all that shit, right? They're the same people that are taking him out now. So basically, the New York District Attorney, what's her name? Letitia, I forget.
Letitia James.
Yeah, Letitia James. That's her name. So Letitia James, right? She's basically, you know, a plant for the far left establishment. So who do you think she's taking orders from? She's not just going to go after Cuomo on her own accord. That's coming from top to bottom. So now you're seeing that the president is actually calling for him to resign now. That was the
Bro,
plan
I
from
saw
the
this thing in order. Letitia James found that this dude was a fucking creep.
Right, he was. They always knew that. They always knew he was.
It's an open secret. Yeah, I know.
Right. It's just
this is how I see it. She did the press conference. Then Nancy Pelosi tweeted, "I think he should resign." And then the president also put out a statement saying he also that's it. It's over. It's over for him.
It's over for him. It's a wrap. Yeah, he's done.
Political career is over. He can't be president now.
If he doesn't leave, they'll take him out. They'll be like, we'll actually physically remove you. Yeah. So the people that he was swimming with, you know what I'm saying? Now they're pulling on his leg, trying to drown his ass, you know?
Mm-hmm.
They like this on Cuomo. This is Sparta.
That's why I say, man, listen, man, politics is the worst, man.
It's grimy, bro.
But where it's even worse at, man, it's anything on the Northeast. Anything on the North, period, bro. Anything in the North is so dirty. It's a dirty, dirty fucking game. This is how they get down, man.
Mm-hmm.
Just no integrity, you know?
Yeah, of course, man. Of course. Nah, I'm not a Cuomo fan. Fuck them. You want it? Those are you. Oh, like what did Tupac say? Now your new friends wanted you. They wanted you dead, right? I mean, it's funny. That's the same thing that happened with Pac. But
dude, he literally told
it's so true. It's like not your friends, your boys. They want you dead now. They want to politically end you,
bro. You know, the funny thing is, Biden actually called for his resignation after his Department of Justice basically gave him a slap on the wrist for basically putting fucking COVID patients in nursing homes and basically killing old ladies, man. Like, what the fuck? Like, this is like, this shit is fucked. Like, wow.
Yep.
Like, this guy doesn't go to jail for that, but then this guy just gets a, all right, you know, you got to leave your job because you basically touched some girl's booty. So,
Right here.
whatever.
This comment is very true, right? The truth about that whole sexual harassment thing is that's a distraction for the thousands of people that died from nursing homes where he was basically like overloading them at a time of, you know, the pandemic, right? So that's a distraction that they want to, you know, that they don't want to blow up in their face. So they distract you with all these girls that he allegedly was sexually harassing. And I don't doubt he did sexually harass like a lot of girls, but I don't think every single one of them. You know, I think that's just, these girls are plants. Like, they knew that they had relations.
I'm pretty sure he probably did it to all of them. It was just like what you were saying earlier. Like, they set him up with a chick, but that chick's got their info, and now they got whatever they need to blackmail him in the future, whatever it is, right? So now that they move all those people into the nursing homes, they could just bring out all that dirt back just to cover up,
correct,
you know, the nursing homes.
Wait, I missed this. What are we saying here?
We're talking about the accusations.
Cuomo
that-
the homo.
Yeah.
Talking about how the voting was fucking fake, bro.
Yeah, we dirty. You know, we've talked about this, and like, I've had mathematicians, fucking scholars, break it down, and we've talked about it. Like, we know it's fake, and it's terrible, man. It fucking.
And now we gotta be.
Yeah,
careful
but you're
real
an
quick.
insurrectionist, man.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, bro.
Hey, real quick, because I know
You're an
YouTube. I know.
insurrectionist.
I know YouTube. YouTube is very strict with their algorithms now. You know, so. But real quick, something to bring up. Did you see that a fourth GI Joe from, you guys follow me, right? From that shit that happened on the 6th, right? Killed himself, suicide himself, killed himself.
Sure.
Interesting.
Yeah, so it's four of them did now.
In reality,
Somebody's
for waving a
disappearing
flag.
with people.
Was that a real insurrection? Tell me, guys.
No.
As real as
My neighbor thinks it was. She's
as
a
real
Bernie,
as-
bro.
it's as real as
I think the cops just gave up and just let people in. You know what I mean?
it's as real as Tekashi 6ix9ine is a guy. It's a little lesbian. It's a lesbian.
Yeah, dude, that was some fucking dumbass shit. That shit doesn't even make sense.
What about flip flop Fauci gain of function?
Yeah, what's up with that shit too, dude? Like, I don't even know what's going on anymore, man.
That guy has been exposed so many times, but it's like they try to mask it, and it's like the doctor that he put in jail. That
So
she was the one.
supposedly,
Unintended.
right? So he says get the he recommends for you to get to get jabbed up because you won't get that
Triple
that
jab,
funny stuff,
gamma.
right? So, but now he's saying that he's saying because you won't get it, but now he's saying that they're the ones they're mainly responsible for the new cases of that thing.
Delta
right?
variant.
Yep. So, but at the same time, he's trying to force you to get it now, right? And you see what's happening in New York. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Which
no
also
vaccine,
knows-
no service. Recommends. What the fuck is that?
What's that again?
It's
They
basically a
say
mandate.
no vaccine, no service, like no shoes.
Yeah,
no-
yeah.
They'll actually even pay you $100 if you get the vaccine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll never get
Now,
that.
why would they do
Yeah,
that?
they gave up on that. No more Mr. Nice Guy.
So,
Hey, wouldn't it be crazy like later because the clinical trials that it went through they were expedited, but like wouldn't it be crazy that if in the future they found out that the vaccine terminates your life earlier, and then like the whole world's vaccine and everybody dies off?
It'd be
That'd
like
be
the
crazy,
zombie
huh?
movies, bro.
There was
yeah.
a 1% chance of dying from it.
which is higher than the actually coronavirus.
The
death
problem,
rate.
the problem with the shots, man, is like you
99.9.
you don't build your natural antibodies in your blood cells.
Exactly.
The
You want natural
you're gonna
immunity.
rely on them every year to jab you, dude, because you're gonna die. Like
And
that's
then the
gonna be
whole
the
thing,
future,
you know
you know?
what's funny? I just heard from a source. I'm not gonna say who, and I'm not gonna say how he said it to me.
Flip flop.
So he said, in a way, dude got vaccinated, his homeboy, and then his other homeboy got vaccinated, and he passed on to dude the vid, and now he and the funny thing was he wasn't vaccinated, and both of those other guys is all fucked up now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So it's me. Now, look, I'm sorry. God created me to, I'm not in the military no more. I'm not getting experimentally jabbed. Gonzalo, you know the lines. Remember the line when they just hold this in your hand.
The anthrax shot.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. I think I got that one, G Boogie. I got it. I think I got it.
Dude, I got
I don't even
shot up.
remember.
I got shot up with so many motherfucking experimental shit. Here, take it. Here.
Well, if you're in the military, I understand that. Like you have to take the vaccines. If you're going to be in you don't know where you're going to be in, so you have to take those vaccines.
Yeah, well, whatever, man. Look, when Saddam was fucking over there throwing up the mustard gas and all that shit. Here, take this vaccine. Take this. Take that. Take this. Oh, you don't want to take it? You don't want to sign it? Oh, okay. Get the fuck out. And we're gonna blacklist your ass. Okay. Yeah, nah. I'm good now, bro. I'm good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's basically what they're doing now. They're starting off in New York, and I guarantee you, other states are going to follow. I'm sure this has been implemented in other states too. But so basically, they're just going to blackmail you. That's the new thing. It's just like I'm gonna, you're not causing any problems. You're a law-abiding citizen who pays his fucking taxes, and so now it's like, okay, yeah, even you be out on the streets. So basically, what you're doing, right? You're fucking with good people. What happens when you fuck with good people enough times where they've had enough? Who are the worst people you want to mess with? Like that guy that always takes care of his responsibilities.
Yeah,
and all
OG
he wants to do is
Boogie
be
and
left alone.
Recognize. You don't want to fuck with them.
Yeah, thank you. But I'm saying, but look, what I'm saying is, you get it. This is it has to be. It has to be to provoke something to happen. It has to.
Yeah, they want it's cause and effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was at a wedding. I was at a wedding last Saturday. Like nobody was wearing a mask. They're just like, fuck it.
Yeah, and good for them. Like, that's good that they didn't even wear a mask. That's shit. Actually, I think you look stupid with a mask at a wedding.
Some people were.
I love Florida.
Some people were wearing masks, but you could tell nobody recognized the people under the mask.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
somebody come up to you saying hi to you, and you're like, I don't know who you are. Can you take the mask off? And they're like, oh, it's me. I'm like, yeah, you should have did that in the beginning.
You know what? Right now, Recognize, you should post up fucking Hitler's fucking speech.
Some people recognize me, dude. Like right from even with my eyes, they're like, "Oh, I know you, man."
Oh, Darren.
Okay,
I bet there's been a lot of I don't know, thieves, crooks, or robbers, whatever you would like to call it in the world, that have gotten away with crimes now with the mask thing.
Yeah, go look at videos from Chicago and New York, man. That's all you see is people with masks.
I mean, like with the Asian girls when they do interviews, they all just have these beady eyes looking at you with the mask.
Dude, I saw this one thing.
It's like I don't know. Like you don't know if they're some of them are hot, some of them aren't, but they have the mask on.
Did you see that video of that 65-year-old, 68-year-old man just walking along the street with his bike, and this guy in a mask in New York, fucking fucked his ass up, robbed him.
I've seen it. Yeah,
Yeah, I was like,
I couldn't watch that. Like
68-year-old man, dude.
The most
That man ain't bothering nobody.
Of course
I
not.
couldn't
But you know what's
watch
crazy?
it.
Like New York is like the politicians in New York. They're so full of shit.
Mm-hmm.
So full of it. The fucking elite class that lives here, they're so full of it. Like even people in our community, it's fucking like just I want to smack the taste out of their fucking mouth. So it's like so they were all down. They were all down with the hold on real quick. They were all down with the defund the police, right? Shit got real crazy, right? And now they're scared shitless, right? So now you got two mayors running for mayor because this clown Big Bird is going to be done at the end of the year, and so they're both. And now look, things could change, but both of the candidates are known or have good reputations for cracking down on crime. You got Eric Adams, the black dude from Brooklyn, who was a cop. He was part of Giuliani's transformation of New York, right?
I like that guy, yeah.
Right. So the guy is serious about that. Like he was like, no, we ain't fucking defunding the police. He was I'll give him that, right? I think he's bad on other things, but when he was like, are you stupid? Like he understands the city. He understands you do that. Like you understand why we're a safe city. It's because we do a lot of policing. New York is a safe city because of the active policing. Okay, that's the true secret to what's going on. So he knows. And then they got that other dude on the Republican side, Curtis Slilwa, I think his name is. He's like a guardian angel guy. I don't know if you guys ever saw him. They wear that red hat, red jacket.
Yeah, that was back in the days, bro.
Back in the day. So
Remember those dudes? Yeah.
So
Yeah,
he's
I'm fucking sick of that dude. He probably doesn't. He hasn't taken that shit off since 1976.
Exactly. So now think about that.
Hey, those dudes thought they were tough. Back in the day, the
man.
Guardian Angels,
So
they thought they were tough, man. Some of them did good. Well, most of them,
They
but a
got
lot
caught-
they took it too seriously.
But in the 80s they got ran out because in the 80s that's when the big guns were coming into play, you know.
They were the big
And
guns.
what are you gonna how you
Alive.
gonna fuck with that, right? How you gonna
The big guns was called Mac 11s.
Yeah,
Tech
all that.
9s.
Yeah. They were like, man, you see them LA movies? Yeah, I think we need to get those same guns.
Yeah, those motherfuckers thought they were superheroes. Remember? They thought they were
Bro.
really badasses.
Bro,
but
if
they
they
were,
would have
but
had
you know,
guns,
credit to
if the
them.
Guardian Angels had guns, bro, it would have been like Escape from New York.
Oh hell yeah! They would have
Hell
been because they would have shot too. They would have been like they would have had no choice.
It would have been
But they could-
combat, right?
You
Like,
pretty much
But you know, it's so
military.
funny, right? So real quick. So it's so funny, right? So you look at New York City versus like another shit-lib city like Chicago. Chicago is so Chicago, like the politicians there are no different than in New York, except that they're committed to turn Chicago into a total shithole, right? I mean, it's already a shithole, but they're committed. It's like, dude, the amount of shootings that are happening in Chicago and murders is like 90s level. Like seriously, it's like close to it, or like maybe even worse. I don't know. So they're like committed, but New York City, they call the what is it? They call a state of emergency, and New York's numbers compared to Chicago is nowhere close. It's not even close. So what I'm trying to say, the elite class in New York, and you know who I'm talking about, these faggots, okay? They saw what happened in 2020 in the summer and said that's enough for me. I can't have this. Okay, I can't have this. So the difference between New York and Chicago is that Chicago's more committed into ruining Chicago completely, where New York City is like, we're gonna ruin you by making you get vaccinated. If you're not, we're gonna ostracize you or whatever. But we'll keep the crime at a reasonable level. Basically, we'll keep it at a reasonable level. I don't know who
You
this
guys
is.
drop off?
H-Town.
You hear that?
I don't know.
Yeah, from what I heard, their mayor Lori Lightfoot is not a very good person. So probably another
No,
Lightfoot.
another fucking part of the cultural hegemony, but really not there to fix things, just fuck things up.
Hell no.
Yeah, have you guys seen Philadelphia? It's probably like the worst
Philadelphia.
city. Yeah, man.
It is.
You know, recognize.
It's
Terrible.
bad, bro.
I'm gonna hold on real quick, guys. I'm gonna add some guy from H-Town. I don't know who he is, but I'm gonna add him. So just to be warned.
Hello.
What's going on?
Hello.
What's up, H-Town?
Hello?
Hey,
Yo.
what's going on? How you guys doing?
What's up, bro?
Good, man.
Chilling.
How are
Good,
you?
bro.
I was just listening
Chilling.
to you live. I was tuning in. I was just agreeing with what you guys had to say. I think you guys were making valid points to defund the police and everything.
Oh, nice. All right, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I
you've been
just figured I
following
would talk about something.
So you've been following what's been going on, right?
Yeah, of course. I watch the news every day. It's disgusting.
Dox yourself, take power, bro.
CNN? Which news?
You're from Houston, huh?
Me? Yes.
Okay. How are things over there?
Things are doing. We're all right.
Houston's all right. My buddy just moved there. He's killing it, man.
Any
Yeah,
mandates
things are
over
doing
there?
here.
Any mandates over there?
What?
Any mandates?
Yeah, they're all
Like,
gay. They're dating men.
Yo, suck this big ass dick, you fucking bitch ass nigga. You a fucking faggot. You looking up my asshole. Nigga, you gay. Nigga, you.
What the
Oh my
fuck?
That's why I say I gotta be careful. Man.
He said he licks his own asshole. That's what I
Something
heard.
like that.
I don't know what he
That's
said.
not
Bro.
like
It was like mandate, right? So like man dates is what.
Yeah.
So he said, nigga,
I
you
had to put
gay.
that on him.
He don't even understand the terminology of mandates. He was asking him if he had any
Jackson
policies
said-
or mandates
Jackson's
that's
funny,
over
Jackson
there.
said-
That's,
Jackson
So the
said,
man just dropped
yeah,
on to
we
get
date each other
to
all
get
the
his
time
Baba
over
Booey
there.
on.
I'm sorry, Rick.
Yeah, I
I saw
guess
too
he
much
was.
shit on your channel. My bad. Bro.
Prankster.
That
Fucking idiot. You gotta
triggered
keep
him.
it hyped up, bro.
He got excited quick as a beyond above media from the chest.
That's too funny, man.
Yo,
He was
G
like,
Boogie.
calm, and then
yes, sir.
G Boogie. So I'm gonna
Yes,
go
sir.
give the shot. I'm gonna go give the dogs their second round of deworming distemper, and I'm gonna sell all the dogs, but I'm gonna keep one. But then I'm gonna move to the United States, I guess, within the next 2 years. I'm gonna
Uh-huh.
keep one. His name is Rambo. Are you willing to adopt
That's a
him?
sick name.
Are
Hell
you
yeah,
willing to adopt them? Because I can't take the two dogs, the male and the female, and keep the
Bro,
third. I don't know what living
check
situation is
it,
gonna
bro.
be there. You keep
Check it,
Rambo.
bro.
I keep him. You keep him.
Check it. I got 2 acres of land. He can run around, bro.
All right. So I'm gonna keep the prettiest one. He's got a white stripe on the chest, and he's like a sable black, but he looks grayish. He looks grayish. He's badass. His name is Rambo. I'm gonna keep him.
Okay.
That'll be your dog.
Hey,
All right.
like I said, brother, he got a house here. When you come visit, you can see him all the time. He's gonna be taken care of like he's fam.
Okay. I'll show you pictures as he's growing up. He won't be old by no means. By the time you get him, and if you want him earlier, I'll send him to you earlier.
He's trying to rip you off, G Boogie. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm just kidding, guys. Man.
No, I'm keeping the litter of the pack because I'm gonna operate the girl because I don't want her having more puppies because I don't want Lobito's children like spreading all over the place to where they have the same kind that I do.
Yeah.
And it's just a lot of work.
Wait, so
All right.
Gonzalo, you getting rid of
Having too much
Lobito
dogs
too?
is- could be costly. You know.
Military dogs. I'm pretty sure G Boogie will like it.
Oh yeah. I'll
What
send
breed is
them. I'll
it?
send them to obedience school and stuff like that. Well, you know, when you go to take a dog to obedience school, the ones that's really getting trained is not the dog, is the owner.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the reason why I
Yo.
don't mind the pranks is because I used to do that shit a lot when I was younger, so I can't lie.
I like what, like Seymour Butts? Like, hey, hello, who's the Seymour Butts?
Yeah. Do that.
Yeah, I used to prank call 911.
Oh, you crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do
Yeah,
it
but I
on
was
the
a little kid, bro.
Yeah,
I remember
yeah.
one time you know the they have those street buttons where you could press for the fire department or the police
Oh
department. Back in the day,
yeah.
so I pressed the fire department. They're like, "How can I help you?" I said, "I'm coming."
Yo, suck my dick, nigga.
Yo, remember the old fire button things that you like, you know,
Yes,
the
that's what I'm talking
metal
about. Yep,
boxes?
that one.
Oh no, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I pressed it.
Yeah,
Like,
No,
fire
what's your
man.
on one
emergency?
side, the
And I'm
police
like,
department on
I'm
the
coming.
left.
I think that's actually like a crime, no? Like a
Yeah, it
misdemeanor.
is. If they catch you, but you know, I'm talking about the days of no cameras, man.
Yo, that shit is good, man. Don't say.
Hey man, that Igedikis Kavaliuskas fight versus Virgil Ortiz is gonna be pretty good. You know what?
Virgil gonna
You might
stop
even see
him.
Virgil Ortiz get buckled, man.
No, Virgil gonna stop
Nah,
him in
nah.
5.
Look. Nah, I agree with Gonzalo on that. And Virgil, he's one of my favorite prospects. I still think he's gonna stop Mean
Prospect.
Machine, but favorite up and coming fighters. I'll say that. My
Okay.
bad. I didn't mean to say
I'm
prospect.
fucking with you 150.
Nah,
Hey,
it's cool.
150,
But
150. Did you know?
listen, hold on.
Did
Let me
you
get
know
this out.
150? Did
Hold
you
on.
know that Virgil Ortiz, he got dropped and he lost his last amateur fight? Then he turned pro.
I didn't even know that.
He lost, and it's an American dude. It's a black dude. He's a pro now.
Yeah.
He's undefeated. He's good. But he lost his last fight, then he turned pro. And the dude's been dropped before.
That's good.
So
Yeah,
what?
and I was
Who's
about to
first?
say, I think Mean Machine's gonna give it to him. A lot of people just think Virgil's finna smoke him and shit like that. Nah,
He
it's
is.
gonna be a tough fight, bro. It's gonna be a tough fight. I know that for sure. It's
Mean
not gonna
Machine
be
gave
easy.
he gave Terrence Crawford some work. Just
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Oh,
He
yeah.
dropped Bud, so and Gonzalo already said Virgil got dropped before. It could definitely happen, but I think
Yeah,
Virgil
but
can overcome it.
150. What's his name? Beat Herrera, who beat Danny Garcia, who's technically a world class fighter, and fucking what's his name? Ortiz put him out in like what 4 or 5 rounds. Herrera.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
That's a good win, bro.
yeah, he's already got some good wins under him.
Yeah,
Maurice Hooker,
him, Vargas,
you know.
and yeah.
What Ortiz need to do is just follow a game plan, and the game plan is Mean Machine likes to come in hard. Okay, so use your distancing and catch him every time when he tries to come in. Catch him on the way in, meet him in the way in, and then shoot back out your distance, and then fake his punches to him. You know what I mean? Like he'll feint some of his punches and then come in with a combination. And don't forget to come hit the body, wear him down. Once he do that, I say within 6 round, I believe he'll knock him out.
Yeah, that sounds
What
about
are the
right.
benefits?
It's going to be the gateway to the Crawford fight, man. They're going to fight after this.
You think so?
One of the benefits that people forget is
That's
that
what Virgil Ortiz wants.
You gotta get by Porter first.
one of the benefits that
Well,
people
after
forget
Porter
is that
gets his ass beat.
that Virgil Ortiz has. Sorry, that Kavaliuskas used to fight under Robert Ortiz. He used to train. I'm sorry, under Robert Ortiz, Robert Garcia.
Garcia.
He used to be RGBA. Igedikis Kavaliuskas. He was there with Robert Garcia for a while, so he's got the benefit of having Robert Garcia train Ortiz knowing what type of fighter Kavaliauskas is, right?
Yep.
Yeah, man. I just want to see Pacquiao
mean-
fuck Spence up, bro. How's he looking, Gonzalo? You still there in the Philippines or not?
Yeah, no, Pacquiao's in the United States, man. He's over in LA. He's more to
People
where
are
you're
saying
at.
he's looking
man.
like shit now, bro.
Yeah, he's looking better. Man, this
He looks
dude's
good,
not
right?
just gonna fucking hand. He's not just gonna fucking passing of the torch. Like I mentioned when I first got on, what does a Filipino guy have in common with the African American guy from the United States? Right? With two different fighters to where he's gonna be amicably. I'm just gonna hand over the torch to you because you're one of the great fighters. I commend you. Manny Pacquiao's one of the greats. It's just like the passing. It's not a passing of the torch. He's gonna fucking fight. He's gonna go out on the field. Pacquiao, he's not gonna surrender his position in boxing to another guy that has nothing in common with him. No, not even Donito United did to Inui. You know, he gave him a hell of a fight. What makes you
Good
think
point.
that this guy's just gonna fucking surrender and give everything to the American fighter just because? Right? No, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah, I'm sick of that narrative too, Gonzalez. It's like, and I'm seeing the same thing with Top Rank, with this Jamel Herring and Shakur Stevenson situation.
Disgusting.
Bro, Semper Fi, always faithful. Guy wins his belt off of Masayuki Ito, the quality of opponent that Shakur Stevenson has never faced in his career, and yet he's getting fucking overpaid, by Bob Arum, and because of that, he has to get a majority of the purse split. Which I heard they're not gonna get to that, but I hope he really fucking knocks him.
I'll take it one step further, Virtuoso. And that situation that you explained, you might have a dime a dozen in the boxing landscape. But when have you ever seen in your lifetime, like in mine, I'm 42, where one guy like Manny Pacquiao is on the verge of becoming possibly the greatest fighter of all time if he defeats fucking Errol Spence? If Manny Pacquiao defeats Errol Spence, that's not a dime a dozen. That's probably the greatest win that I've seen in my lifetime.
Yeah,
right.
Well, I think people are putting too much into that. If he wins greatest status, of all time, it's like the dude. You don't think his fights before that put him at that status already?
Yeah, he's already there.
But this would elevate him even more recognized.
Well,
even more.
No matter
Yeah,
what happens,
it was
in that
solidified.
fight,
It was
they will be
solidified.
chanting greatest of all time.
to
If he
me-
gets knocked out in the first round, they will be chanting "Go."
To me, in my perspective, Manny Pacquiao did something that nobody ever done. He won 8 division championships.
Yeah, 5 millennial.
That's why
he may not have fought as long as Sugar Ray Robinson. But
no,
that's
he
a
has.
different-
He just
No,
didn't have
no.
as many fights as Sugar Ray Robinson.
Yeah, he's fought
Right,
longer.
that's what I meant to say. Thank you. That's what I meant to say.
Well,
He
of
didn't-
course.
But he did something that Sugar Ray Robinson couldn't do. Even though Sugar Ray Robinson was a great, great fighter.
Yeah.
Nobody has done what Pacquiao has done. So since nobody has done what Pacquiao has done, he's already an ATG.
Oh yeah, but you know what? When they said a lot of people said that Keith Thurman was gonna give him a little more of a luster, obviously. But a lot of people said it was just gonna be like the cherry on top. But it did a lot because he became the oldest welter. Now, by him being Spence 2 years removed from that day, he would be breaking his own record of becoming the oldest welterweight at 42. And beating the division's current best while he's a small guy. And I just think that would elevate him just a lot more, man, where he would we know he's great, but it would put him in like rarefied air to where you
He's
haven't seen
better
other
than what we
fighters
thought,
anywhere. Not even close.
In theory, you are correct, but he don't have to worry about that. You know what I mean? His mind, if I was him, his mind set. Just go out there and do your thing. That's it.
Yo, listen, guys. I'm put it like this. I kind of agree with what G Bookie is saying. he's already accomplished a lot of things in his career, right? Now, post Mayweather, he has been the most standout welterweight in the world to me. If he, let's say he does beat, Errol Spence, you know, if he dominates him, it becomes an indictment on the welterweight, on this generation of welterweight class. Because what Manny is doing is like technically is he's picking up the slack of what Crawford was supposed to do, and basically
Yep.
just take out PPC.
And this
And what
he's already
Floyd
done that
was
already.
supposed to do.
He's already done that already. So like
Yeah,
he's fought the guys that Mayweather didn't fight, and I'm talking
yeah,
about
Yeah.
The Mayweather would
Mayweather
never
ran
fight.
from.
Yo, Virtual. Look, what Manny Pacquiao's doing is look. Mayweather's rooting for Errol Spence because if you've seen the videos on social media that he said, of course I'm rooting for because that's my people.
My
But you
people.
know that he
Yeah.
had a close
it
fight
always
with
comes down to
Pacquiao.
that.
That he does not want to see Manny Pacquiao beat Errol Spence because even Floyd Mayweather knows in his mind if he beats Errol Spence, he outdoes him career wise, and he's a greater fighter
Yeah,
than he is, and he
He
knows
already
that. So
knows that.
what Pacquiao is basically doing is what Lomachenko is doing to Teofimo Lopez, but in a different manner. Is like he's trying to outshine fucking Mayweather, and he's gonna do
you
it,
know,
man. I think he's gonna do it.
he
He already
basically
has.
went into that fucking promotion to get Mayweather. I'm like, you're basically hiding behind these fighters that you won't even fight. Um, so all right. I'm gonna run the gamut again, and then I'm gonna fight you again because back in 2018 they actually were on video saying that they were gonna run it back. What happened to that? Instead of Mayweather is fighting fucking YouTubers. Yeah, Mayweather looks a lot. Pacquiao looks a lot better right now. His legacy building is way better.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
100%.
yeah.
The reason I think that the Mayweather wouldn't want to face Manny in his prime, and that he wasn't willing to take a rematch because Mayweather got great legs, but we cannot forget that Manny Pacquiao also has great legs. He's not gonna
Oh
be a
yeah,
guy Mayweather that's gonna
one
outbeat
of the
the
most
guy with
explosive
set of
fighters that I've
good.
ever seen, Gonzalo. Like you see it from his legs, from the calf muscles. This guy just explodes into the punches, man, and just has a whirlwind of fucking combinations, man, from angles. It's really a joy to watch, man. And if this is
Yeah.
his last
Yeah,
hurrah,
for
man,
sure.
it's been a fantastic career.
Yeah.
Fantastic career. I
Since
still
like
think
Waba, bro. Since like Waba, like he's been a straight killer, and it's been fucking fun watching him develop into this fucking Filipino fucking goat of goats.
Yeah.
I think he can
But
really pull
he
this
has
shit off.
already
Man.
outdone Mayweather.
Oh yeah,
I
way
believe so
Yeah.
too. Yeah, he already fought the guys that were like the upcomers to see if they could dethrone Mayweather and Pacquiao, and Mayweather was like, "I'm not having any of that." And
Like
and
Mayweather's
Pacquiao's
never
like,
even had like an opponent like a Barrera or a Morales or a Marquez or a Tim Bradley or
dude.
a Keith
Henry
Thurman.
Brussels.
Henry Brussels.
yeah, didn't he fight? Wasn't he like Cotto's sparring partner?
Yeah, his lover, I think.
Just hold here. I gotta
Always
go get
got
these.
it.
Like nothing, man.
Yeah. Hold on.
I'm just kidding, yo.
We're Rambo.
I know he's your boy and he's Puerto Rican. I'm sorry, recognize Madeline.
Yeah, I mean we are, but I don't
Yeah.
like him personally. Though.
Hey, I'm keeping this one for you. Hey, G-Boogie.
I see
Rambo,
it, bro.
move this finger.
Huh?
Jesus Christ. Rambo. He's got
Yeah,
the white
Whoa.
chest.
Rambo
He got the
is
white
like,
chest.
yo, man, I'm on TV and he's
Get him.
showing my nads.
These are brothers.
Nice, man.
Jesus Christ. There's a whole fucking bunch of them. This is
I
Rambo.
like that, Gonzalo. I like it, man. You treat the
Damn,
youngins
you
good.
running
Yeah.
a zoo over there?
Yeah. All right. Okay.
God, Lou.
Look, man, I I don't care what Floyd says or anything. If Pacquiao defeats this, even though he's gonna have to climb a Mount St. Helen to win because all odds are against him.
Well, they're only 2-1, G-Boog.
No,
Yeah, that's kinda-
I'm not talking about the odds. I'm talking about the actual
politics. Yeah.
The politics, the refereeing, the judges, all of it. All of it. If he does
like recognize that, Doji Boogie. If you ask people, well, if you get the second, if you hear what people are not chanting, what people are echoing as we get closer to the fight, people's sentiments. A lot of people are rooting for Manny Pacquiao, and then you got that feeling that the OGs, I mean, you're OG Boogie, but the OGs, a lot of people are gonna be fucking fanboying for fucking Pacquiao. So when you got like this atmosphere inside the arena where this fight's gonna take place and everything that Pacquiao does, people are like really excited, and they're, every time Pacquiao lands, people are gonna go crazy. Right, and that could also have a positive impact for Pacquiao, right? A lot of people want to see Pacquiao win,
but you got to also understand this is boxing, it's corruption, and one of the judges will have their scorecards already written. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you can't fool anyone, man. What does Errol Spence have to where if he does merit? If it's a passing of the torch situation, hypothetically speaking, okay, Gonzalo, he gets the torch passed on. What does Errol Spence do that's so electrifying that he's the guy that deserves to get the torch passed on to?
None.
He's not the guy, man. He's not the guy.
You see, it's not passing of the torch; it's taking the torch.
Taking of the torch, exactly.
Yeah. Now, if he takes it, he actually goes in there and he takes it. Then I believe that means that, and I'm talking about boxing. I'm not talking about low blows and all that shit. I'm talking about like they throw hands and he's actually beating up Manny Pacquiao and he takes it. That's exciting for a boxing fan for this reason. It's bittersweet because we love Manny Pacquiao. Even for me, I'll be like, damn, man, he beat the shit out of Manny Pacquiao. But that also shows that we might have a legit guy that can he took the torch and he could defend it and make for exciting fights in the future. Now, if he loses to Manny Pacquiao, if he wins on some bullshit, people are gonna be like, look, the boxing establishment is shitty, right? It's not a fit. They're just gonna continue the same talking points of it's a shitty situation. Boxing is not a real sport, right? But if he actually goes in there and he does it, I'll give him props, man. But the problem is that I look at boxing and I say from what I'm seeing, there's nothing to indicate that that's going to be the case. It might happen, but that's going to be the case. There's going to be some bullshit. Who knows what it is? But
well, I'm kind of glad. I'm kind of glad that the Brian. Look, in hindsight, I'm kind of glad. No, I do not wish that it would have happened like that. But now that it does, I'm kind of glad that in hindsight, the Brian Castano-Jermell Charlo fight happened the way it did. Because coming up the coattails of that, there's a lot of pressure on the judges, particularly speaking about the PBC, that you don't want to fuck a fucking fighter over, again. Really, right? That's fresh in everybody's minds. Because if you that crazy scorecard that one guy had, coming out the coattails of that, we don't want that happening again. That's fresh on people's minds. So there's a little pressure to the establishment on the PBC not to fucking do it wrong once again in such an important fight. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope you're right. Like, I hope they should do that for every fight. But, I hope that's the mindset that they're thinking. They're like, oh, man, Castaño and Charlo not looking too good. Even though I still feel bad for Castaño. Not that I feel bad. I feel bad for the integrity of the sport because it's just shitty. Yeah. But I hope they just call it straight out. If they call it straight out and Spence wins, Spence actually wins, come on, man. You got to give him props. That's what I would. Even if I'm pissed off,
Yeah, and it might even be it might even be the other way. Recognize, how they say things come in threes, like Murphy's Law. One guy got fucked over, probably some other guy, and watch Pacquiao gets fucked over again because they come in threes. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I agree with you. Recognize I don't want to take nothing away from none of the fighters. I'm not going. I'm a Pacquiao fan. I always will be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if Earl Spence was to beat him, I'm not gonna sit here and say, "Oh, it was Manny. He was too old, 42-year-old Manny." And even if Manny destroyed Spence, I'm not gonna sit here and say, "Oh, it was the car accident. It was the car accident." Man, I don't give a fuck, man.
Look,
I'm
Manny
just giving
was
they
the
credit,
car.
bro. That's it.
Manny
Just gonna
Pacquiao
give them
comes
their
in there for
credit.
the first 6 rounds, giving it his all, but Spence is able to outlast him. Then you say, man, you got to give Spence credit because even though Pacquiao's older, Pacquiao came in to give his all, right? And in boxing, that's all you like as a boxing fan watching a sport. That's all you want when you're watching any sport, right? Where it's the name of the game is to win. One guy wins, one team wins, the other team loses.
Yeah.
As long as it's fair, as long as there's no bullshit, everything's being called the right way. You can live with that. But when there's
Yeah.
bullshit, it's like that's what sours the
Recognize.
integrity of the sport.
You
Go ahead.
Going
you know
off.
what's crazy? 150. 150
Hey,
real
Gonzalo,
quick. You
hold up.
know that
Hold
when
up.
Roberto Duran beat Davey Moore was coming off an accident because he tried to stop a car that was like
With
that
his
was
face.
like that he had tried to hold back because the emergency brake was so the car was like a runaway car and he tried to hold it and he got run over. But then Duran beat Davey Moore and that was a consequence of that. So it's like that was a great win for Duran.
I
But
thought the
he
car
was
that
coming
hit.
off
I
an
thought the
accident.
car that hit Davey Moore was Duran.
You can also say that.
Yeah. But it's interesting you bring up the car accident because, like, listen, I got on Danny Garcia for not being aggressive against Errol
Oh
Spence,
yeah,
man.
man.
Because I felt like, man, like he just gotta try to test that chin. But I'm guessing the promotion basically told him like, hey man, take it easy on him, because we got a future stakes in this kid. So just go
That
easy.
was a situation of Kovalev Canelo. That's a good
Yeah.
example.
Yeah, Danny was just there to be a tune-up, man. That's all it was.
Yeah, he wasn't there to win the fight.
Yeah, he definitely wasn't, man.
I mean,
Spence,
he had
he
opportunities.
looked all right, but he ain't looked the best. That version of Spence, I don't think he beats Pacquiao. He's gonna have to really give it his all.
Because
Yeah.
in that fight with Danny, when Danny wanted to be the aggressor, he was already there, and Spence was afraid. And what
It
I
was
mean by
crazy. Like going
afraid
into the fight. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
he wasn't physically afraid. Like, oh, I'm scared of him. No, he was like, yo, I gotta watch this. This motherfucker hits hard, and I feel I feel those punches. So he was basically being cautious, even though he might have gotten the nod and all that he's down with the plan and shit. But still, you sometimes people don't follow a script.
It's weird, right? When I watch boxing, I for a long time I started to pay attention to the promotion of the fight. And hear me out real quick, right? So when Fury was gonna fight Wilder in the rematch, something was telling me Fury's gonna beat him. Fury's gonna beat this dude. Like, there's a lot of promotion on Tyson Fury as well as Wilder. And I'm like, he's gonna beat this dude. There's something about like I didn't know how he's gonna beat him, but I felt like he was gonna get a fair shake and just basically outbox him minus the knockdowns. That was my original thought, right, going into the fight.
Hey, Jackson wants the link again.
Oh, Jackson, what?
Who's that? Durman recognized?
So no, I'm talking about Wilder Fury. I'm gonna get to that real quick. I'm gonna drop the link real quick. Hold on. You guys continue. I'll get back to that subject. Go ahead.
Fair shake between Wilder and Fury. No knockdowns.
No, but even going between like promotions with Kovalev versus Canelo, they kept saying, "Oh, he's not the same Kovalev. Oh, he's not the same Kovalev." They repeated that for like 2 months or whatever it was. It was crazy.
Yeah,
what's crazy about it is
I'm glad, Fight Scout, you picked up exactly. I was gonna say, in reality, when people kept asking me on the BDA, who do you think's gonna win the fight, right? I had to be honest. It was like, honestly, I like when I look at their technique style, Kovalev. Why wouldn't I pick him? Oh, but you're not thinking about the politics. I said, I get all that. And I was noticing the promotion, it wasn't on Kovalev's side, right? So it was like, okay, look, there's probably gonna be some bullshit, but I still have to go with, you're asking me technique versus technique, and that's what you really should be judging a boxing fight on. I can't see where Canelo beats Kovalev, even with the quick turnaround and all that. I don't think he could, you know. And then the fight happens and whatever, and Canelo wins. And so all these fights, like, you pay attention. Like, I'm not saying all the time, but pay attention to the promotion. Manny Pacquiao's getting fair promotion through this fight. You know, it just might be like straight up fair one between these two. It might be. It may be. Yeah, Al Heyman, you got to think about it like this. It's a cruel game. This kid is not the same anymore. How long can I ride him? Where I got this old goat and I'm playing Russian roulette with that, but like this guy has purpose. Like he draws a big crowd. He draws pay-per-views. Mm-hmm. And yes, he's 42, so he's the temporary investment, but it could be a situation where he gets a fair shake. He wins the fight if he actually deserves it, and then gets a rematch with Errol Spence.
And in the
recognize this is what I gotta say. Look, what if Errol Spence is not that important to where you have in the near future fighters, particularly speaking about the PBC, like a Jerome Boots Ennis, that's going to be the future. Because in the foreseeable future, you cannot have two great fighters in one division who are taking that fucking the banter. So let's say they prefer fucking Boots Ennis over Errol Spence, to where if Errol Spence wins, okay, let's say he fights Crawford, who would win? Who would make more money, Crawford versus Spence or Pacquiao versus Crawford?
Pacquiao,
right. Probably. So there might be more money in Pacquiao winning if ultimately they're gonna throw Errol Spence to the wolves, because dude, his career is kind of, look, even if he moves up to 47, you got his big brother Charlo. Is he gonna face his friend? Who's to say that? I mean, you see what I'm saying, right?
The thing is, Gonzalo, these fighters are built as celebrities of boxing that are running through their own lane. They're not facing each other, and so they fight down to their competition, and eventually they're gonna get exposed. Now with Errol Spence, I feel like they're still doing this fucking long-term plan for this dude, but it's not materializing because there's this misconception about him that he is the face of boxing by you know who, and they don't understand the dynamics of promoting a pay-per-view fight. That it takes fucking two to tango, especially the name that matters is across from you in the ring. So they could sacrifice him, and promote their way with Ennis, because like, to be honest with you, there's just too much politics with the welterweight shit, man. And I understand them going up. And I can see him. Listen, I could see him fucking knocking out Charlo for real. Let's see what he does.
Mind you, I only mentioned fucking Boots Ennis because he's on that side of a pond, but there's other killers like Virgil Ortiz. This is fucking whole monopolizing that where you're not winning the cross the other side of the street because of your own interest. That's fucking bullshit, man.
I'm gonna call this event. And this is what I really think. I'm going to call it the cash out.
Yeah.
Why I say that? Okay, well, isn't this Manny Pacquiao's final fight for the PBC? Yes.
Yeah. But you know what? It's also the last card for PBC on Fox. Because after that, they got to renew. The contract is up this year.
So what if
Yo, G Boogie, the Filipinos are killing it. Yeah.
Gonzalo, real quick. Here's to Gonzalo's point. What if the fight's a fucking a banger and fucking Pacquiao wins and the reviews on that pay-per-view is great? Like, I'm not talking about necessarily the numbers, right? Even though the numbers help, but like every boxing fan's review was, this was a great fight. Manny Pacquiao won. What I'm trying to say is they might give this dude a fair shake. He might just go
That's
in
what
there
I'm saying.
and just
That's
earn
why.
a victory. You know, like, yo,
That's
listen.
why I call it the cash out.
They look at
Either
Spence.
Right.
They look at Spence
Right,
and they
right,
say,
right.
well, hold on, real quick. They look at Spence and they don't give him a wink. They say, you know, you got to earn this shit, right? All right, so do your thing. You know, that's
because that win will resonate more with the casuals. A Manny Pacquiao that's known pretty much the world over after winning, and you know, the just people that don't know too much about boxing just hearing like a light comment over the radio waves. Oh, old welterweight champion Manny Pacquiao does it once again. He's considered possibly one of the greatest fighters of all time. He won. That's gonna resonate with the casuals to his next fight. The world's gonna tune in. Right, the world's gonna tune in.
Look at Tom Brady winning another chip. Real quick, Virtuoso. Look at Tom Brady winning another chip. Didn't the Super Bowl numbers didn't they do better? Like that he so it did better. So you see, even though you got the old GOAT beating what looks like to be the new GOAT in Patrick Mahomes, right? But it's still like, look, Patrick Mahomes is gonna be fine. He's young. He has a lot of chances. Spence, on the other hand, it's like because boxing is not a team sport; it's an individual sport. They could be like, "We're gonna find out if he can swim.
Yeah,
we're gonna take him to the deep waters, and we're just gonna push him in and say swim. See if
yeah, and you know how a lot of people were giving credit to Andy Ruiz because he was a fat guy to where it gave hope to like the common man that was kind of chunky that he could do it. Just imagine the 42-year-olds like me. They're kind of like halfway here, halfway there. If he wins, oh my God, everybody that's my age is gonna be like, if he can do it, I can do it too. That dude's a badass. The fucking new 30 is the new 40, right? Like that.
Yo, I want to ask all you guys a question. My bad to interrupt, but can I ask you guys a question real quick? Have you ever seen an athlete like Pacquiao use their explosiveness in their 40s? Any athlete, like say basketball, that can use fast twitch muscles into their mid 40s.
Yeah,
I've never
that is
seen
impressive, man. That is.
And that's how
I haven't
Pacquiao
seen
wins.
that. I haven't seen that because Manny Pacquiao definitely has fast twitch muscles. That's something. It's obviously practice, but it's natural. That's natural. Some people got it, some people don't. A lot of people.
And he's got big calves and heavy.
Right. He's got
heavy wrist. He's got heavy wrist. He's got a heavy hand. I've shaken his hand more than once.
But like
he's got a heavy wrist. He's got heavy hands. And look, and when Manny Pacquiao he pivots and he turns into his power. So he's landing hard as he's stepping in. Like a Lomachenko, he turns like and I'm not by no means disparaging what they do. Usyk, they turn at an angle, but they're turning out in a way. They're rotating out as they're punching in.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right.
But you know what Sam recognized? Like,
he's the only 40-plus-year-old that keeps that. Hold on, real quick. He keeps that youthful, like, fast twitch muscles, right? It's called. Most people don't even know they have that. They don't. It's like an observation. It's like I'm watching one of you guys fight or play a sport, and I'm like, I pull you to the side, and I say, you got fast twitch muscles. You don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. That just comes instinct to you.
Instinct.
Manny Pacquiao still has that in his 40s. Not quite like he was younger. You're not going to see that. But in his 40s, where his speed is still equivalent to the younger man or even better,
Like you know what? I'm gonna give you an analogy. Go ahead, Virtuoso.
Go ahead,
you
Virtuoso.
The closest thing to that I've seen athlete perform well into his 40 is Barry Bonds, and you know why?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah,
because he's found the fountain of youth.
Well, Barry Bonds was a power hitter. Like he hit with
he was
his
a power
hips.
hitter,
He wasn't
but he still had quick hands though.
Yes,
he can still put it.
He had quick fast twitch muscles, like to use that risk and just like basically like Fight Scout said, he also used his hips. It was like the hips and the wrist, so he could just like explode on a ball and take it, take it.
Okay,
like 500
y'all
feet.
guys, y'all gonna laugh, but if you really look at it, what the person that I'm going to put in that perspective was George Foreman.
Yeah.
Well, George Foreman, I see what you're saying, but what George Foreman had, and obviously good twitch muscles help with that, is good timing. Right? When he got older,
timing and heavy
timing,
hands.
yeah,
The heavy hands
timing
never
and
go
heavy
away.
hands. Yep.
Yeah, but remember, understand this. He wasn't as fast as he was when he was young. He was actually he was pretty much the same speed. He will always be like that. So he carried it to his late 40s, and then he knew how to use his abilities because he did have the heavy hands. He did have the thundering power. So
This jab,
when
iron
he
chin.
when he fought
Yeah.
Michael Moore at that time, that 1-2 combo that he threw, it was cleaner than what he used to throw when he was younger because he was more experienced. He still had the same speed, which in that perspective is like he's have his fast twitch muscles, even though it wasn't just ability, it was more of the knowledge that he already perceived and had, and the muscle memory that he acquired to throw it down the pipe and land it.
Yeah.
He was like
I-
he
I-
had the high guard too, and he was kind of like catch and shoot because he would implement the high guard and block and catch you when he wanted using
Yeah,
his
but
timing.
he's
And
saying
he
his
was a
hand is
badass
so
too.
fast.
Just to give them credit
understand.
to one last thing,
Yeah.
he was a badass because he had to run the gauntlet to get that position once again. Not like these guys. When you fucking lose and all of a sudden you get another title opportunity the next time you fight. No, this guy had to go to like 10 opponents.
I want to second what G Boogie just said, because it's true. Like you shouldn't doubt like an old dog trying to learn new tricks, right? Now I did watch a BDA observation of Manny Pacquiao. Like, yeah, in the past he's become a headhunter, but he has developed a powerful hook to the body. And I was wondering if it's going to be key to victory, in this upcoming fight. So yeah, you do carry knowledge as you grow older into this game.
Absolutely,
So,
man. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, but when you're talking about the explosiveness in your 40s, like when you're looking at guys like that, you would think of like a Jet Li or like a Jackie Chan, right?
Yep.
Like those old martial artists. But when you look at Pacquiao training, he trains like very similar to like a Jackie Chan almost.
Yes, he does. Yep. That is true. And that's why
Going back to I never
he's
seen
kept his
Pacquiao do.
youngest.
Hold up.
Yeah,
Yo,
go
what
ahead.
can I ask? What were you saying?
Go ahead, Gonzalo.
No, I'm sorry. I must have like a little delay. Go ahead.
No, you do. You definitely have a little delay. No, I was gonna,
You're saying I never seen him do weights at all. He does the
You don't have
boxing
to.
bag. He does no.
he doesn't have to. No, he don't have to. He
Sit-ups only.
he has this build that who knows how to break it down, the names of it. Maybe somebody else knows is Jimmy, right? And so it doesn't have to do with your height. It has to do with the way your body's built, your torso, whether it's like a V shape or it's straight or it's like chubby, right? Whatever the case may be. He has one of those bodies that is just like, if you look at Manny Pacquiao, has anything changed from the way his body is sculptured, the torso? The only thing that's changed is what? The definitions. But the size of his shoulders, the thickness of his shoulders is pretty much the same shit. It's really the same thing.
Yeah,
Manny
it's
Pacquiao
dimensions.
has one of those builds that weight is not an issue. Weight's not a problem for him. Yes, he's going to gain some weight, but he's not going to be fat. He's not going to be a fat Manny Pacquiao unless he just stops training altogether. So some guys can keep training, and what they notice is that they're getting fatter, right? So it's like I'm putting on muscles and I'm eating and I'm fat. It's like I work out every day. Manny Pacquiao doesn't have that issue. All he has to do is be active. He's losing weight.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
said,
some of the greatest fighters of all time had that
the punch. Yeah,
have not had that problem to where they can make weight comfortably. Bernard Hopkins, Julio Cesar Chavez Sr., Floyd Mayweather, I don't know, to name a few, Costa Zoo
Logan
fighters
Paul.
that they can just walk around that weight and make the weight comfortably.
Someone said Logan Paul.
Yeah,
Logan Paul.
Pacquiao always stays in shape. Always.
We
You know what
got
I'm
L
saying?
Dog in the house. What's up,
Oh,
L Dog?
god damn.
L Dog, what's
It's
good,
time to
dog?
hang it up, boys.
What's up, Perrito?
Yo, what's good, man? What's good,
Straight
150?
out of New
Gonzalo,
Zealand.
recognized, Fight Scout, Virtuoso, OG Boogie, and fuck Jackson.
And your boy. What's up, L Dog? How you doing,
What's
bro?
up, Jackson? What's good?
What's up, old dog?
Yeah, but
Hey,
nah,
what
I
you
was
guys
gonna
talking
say,
about, man?
we was talking
We
about
talking about
Pacquiao Spence.
Pacquiao
Just
Spence.
Pacquiao,
Talking
really.
about Pacquiao
Oh
shade.
man, I can't fucking wait for that fight.
I know,
Dude,
bro.
at first I was like, it's so far away, like I almost don't care. But now it's getting close, like 2 weeks away. I'm like, dude, I fucking care about this fight for sure. Like, I want to see this fight. I want to see this fight badly. This is legendary shit, man.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, dog, you care about history. I mean, this is a historic fight. Look, how many fighters go to the wild card gym? Like, what's that? The basketball player, Carl. What's that? Clay Thompson.
Draymond.
Clay
Anthony
Thompson.
Towns, Clay
Even
Thompson,
Pacquiao
right there.
shoes, gifts. Do you see that happening to Errol Spence, the American fighter? No.
That's a good point, Gonzalo.
That's a great point. Yeah, that's
Pacquiao's
something.
a legend, man. Pacquiao's a legend of the sport. His name, I feel like Pacquiao's name is recognized around the world. Even
Like your
like
name.
just casual people I know, they know who Pacquiao is. They know the name Manny Pacquiao.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
They know Manny Pacquiao and Muhammad Ali.
Yep, Manny Pacquiao, Muhammad Ali, and I would say Mike Tyson.
Mike
Those
Tyson.
three-
Mike Tyson, yeah.
those three are the fighters that everyone knows around the world.
That's true. You just
Iconic.
mention their name and they know who they are. But like,
Well,
like
they
the
all know
Spanish.
Floyd.
This is
Yeah.
Spanish dude that I know. He's
Yeah.
old school. This is Spanish dude that I know. He's old school, right? He owns like a restaurant, and so he knows that I love boxing. He comes up to me. He says, "Man, what about that Manny Parquet?" I'm like, "Who?"
Hey,
Manny Parquet. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck that is. He's like, you know, the Asian dude. I'm like, you talking about Pacquiao, man? Parquet.
What?
hey, hold on, bro.
Even recognize even the cute girls. They go looking for Pacquiao. The young, cute American, fucking Asian. They're fucking big Manny Pacquiao fans. And you know the guy doesn't necessarily. He's not like a pretty boy. You know, he's kind of got like a Ninja Turtle look. But motherfucking got sex appeal.
He
Yeah.
reminds me of
Pacquiao
Bruce Lee.
gets so much pussy, bro.
He reminds me of Bruce Lee. That's what it is.
I'm gonna tell
Yeah.
you this, dude. The other day I was at the gym, and at my gym, like just a regular commercial gym, they had like the big screen, and they were playing the Olympic boxing, and some like casual guy said, "Oh man, these guys are good, but they're not as good as Floyd." And then everyone else was just like, "Dude, come on, man." No one actually enjoyed watching Floyd. It was all about Pacquiao, and I was like, "God damn, bro, ain't that the truth?"
Yeah, nobody.
Yeah.
Listen, Mayweather was a good fighter, but he wasn't an engager. He wasn't what boxing
wasn't-
is all about. Boxing is about engaging,
Like-
man.
Yeah,
People
they
know
only
Floyd, but they know Pacquiao in a better sense. They know
like
L Dog,
Pacquiao
L
is
Dog,
the guy who fought.
L Dog. If you take Manny Pacquiao's same style and put him in a street fight, everybody would be like, "That's an OG." You take Floyd Mayweather's style and you put that in the streets, the guys
be mad.
around them start saying, "Yo, stop running, keep fighting." Like
They'd
stand
be
there,
like,
fight.
son, that
Yeah.
dude a bitch.
So
I thought you was pound for pound.
yeah, they'd be like, "Yo,
You know
stop
what
keep
happens
running,
when
bro."
they circle in? Like, you know how you circle around a street fight? They'll start closing in the circle. They'll be
They'll
like,
start
"Come on,
closing
bro,
it.
you
Yep,
gotta fight him.
that's
You gotta
right.
fight him toe to toe. Come on,
yeah,
bro. Like,
exactly.
let's see what's up."
I kind
You
of
get
wonder
Pretty
what he
Boy
would do
out.
it. How he would do in bare knuckle brawling. Not
He wouldn't do well. He wouldn't do well. He's too. When you're fighting with bare knuckles, the worst thing to do is be too hesitant, right? Especially when you're in a small circle. So that means you're claustrophobic. You're training your body to be afraid.
You're stuck
of
on an
being-
elevator.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
can't be afraid of that. They'll fuck you up, man.
Bro, Mayweather had brittle hands, man. That's why, like, it's sad, really, because like when he started becoming big time, like That's when he became a stingy puncher. Like he was very economical with his offense, you know, because of his fucking hand injuries and shit, and they didn't
Crack
give a
baby
fuck.
hands.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he
Like
had
he had the hands of a
brittle
pianist.
knuckles. Yeah, he had brittle
Yeah,
hands, man. Some people, that's just the way their body's structured. You know what I'm saying? It's
yeah.
just that they, you know, after a while, they can't use them
Some people
anymore.
with
Not
smaller
as
hands
good.
do have better velocity, other than the
Yes, they
heavy-handed
do.
fighters. Like
Yep, absolutely,
yeah.
man.
Dude,
That's what made him so dynamic. It's like he was like people only started watching boxing like fucking 10, 13 years ago, and only saw the parts with him like just being the Money Mayweather part, but they didn't saw the Pretty Boy Floyd part where he was just a killer fucking the lower weights, so super featherweight,
dude,
it's a lightweight.
you're getting me
Yeah,
started, man. I wish the fight happened when they were both in their primes because, look, I know a lot of people say Pacquiao would have destroyed him, but nah, Floyd was also better. He was more aggressive. That would have been a great fight for boxing as a whole. Like, I
Yeah, they could
feel
have had a trilogy, out, dog.
if people watched that fight when Floyd and Pacquiao were both in their prime, that fight would have been a fight of the year.
Amazing.
I really feel like
They
it
could have
was.
made way more money. They could have
They
Well,
that
could
third
have.
fight on May 2nd, 2015. That could have been the rubber match.
It could
The
have
but
been.
sport would have blown up, though. The sport would have
the
blown up.
reason why it didn't happen? Cause Floyd is bitch made, and he has to have everything his own fucking way for him to take on an aggressive fighter that has the ability to move angles, have the same amount of speed and accuracy as he does. But see, Floyd never took advantage of it. That when he even fought, and he knew Pacquiao had an injury on his shoulder, and what happened? His own father said, "You fight like a bitch."
Remember what 50 Cent said about him? Remember what 50 Cent said?
Yeah, but they were pissed at each other.
No,
Yeah,
but 50
but
said something that was true. He says, you got to understand something about Floyd. He literally lives in his own world. So what you say means nothing to him.
yeah.
Exactly.
And 50 was
And
always good
if
to
it
him,
does
man.
if it does hit him, you see how he reacts, right? He gets crazy, starts stuttering, and he's like, fuck yeah, he doesn't know what he's saying, right? He's like, I may be a
Cuckoo
coward, but I'm a
boots.
rich coward.
Yeah, like
I'm a rich
in
cow.
the real world, he's very diminutive, very guarded. But like in the boxing ring, he's in his element, and that's when he is most calm, and collected about the situation, and dissecting the threat.
Well,
So
he also knows that under the treatment that he gets, he can afford to be comfortable and take
Yep.
his
oh
time
yeah,
and stuff like that.
like
And that,
one of the constants of his career was Kenny Bayless, common denominator, Mr.
Joe
Safety Guy,
Cortez.
I
Cortez,
like
believe
yeah.
Kenny
Mayweather kind of
Bayless. Oh, my
yeah.
bad. But let me just say real quick.
Right.
I believe Kenny Bayless actually refereed his pro debut.
Yeah, he did.
So they had a lot of connections.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
he
right.
lost his virginity to Bayless.
Good Lord,
He
is that
definitely
why he
had
was crying?
connections, bro. All that money he made in the sport, there's no way he didn't.
Yeah.
Hey, who here knows this answer? Who is the number one pack tard?
Oh yeah.
Mayweather.
Yeah.
Haha.
Exactly. So, there you go.
Why do you say
Yeah, in
that?
that second Morales fight, he was fucking jerking off to fucking
Dude, he
that
was
fight.
hyped about Manny
Yeah,
Pacquiao.
yeah, he
He
was.
was looking at
Because
Ellerby
Eric
He
and he
said
was
Morales
like,
that.
beat his ass. Eric
Who did
Oh,
that
Morales
interview?
beat his
Remember that
ass in the sparring sessions.
Oh, Eric
yeah,
Morales. Yeah, people don't realize they had sparring sessions, and Morales got the best of Mayweather.
because he couldn't dip below the waist. That was his little cheating niche.
No, he just
Floyd
got beat
was a
up.
very good fighter, man. He was a very good fighter, but he was a very good fighter up until like I don't know, maybe post Miguel Cotto. Like Miguel Cotto, he put up a pretty good fight against him. I thought.
Yo,
I
he
feel,
fought amazing against Cotto, bro. He was fucking piecing Cotto. And Cotto was
agreed.
piecing him.
Dude, imagine if we got the fucking Pacquiao that
Oh,
fought
yeah, that
Cotto
would have been
and the
sick.
Floyd that fought Cotto. I don't
The
even know who would have
Margarito
won
Pacquiao
that
and the
fight,
Cotto, yeah.
Nah,
but that fight would have been
Pacquiao bombs him.
The best fight ever.
Pacquiao bombs him out.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
was-
he would.
Because
it
the
would have
reason
been
why,
a war though, dude.
no, it would have been.
a
It
war.
would have been. Yeah, it would have been. But I was
But
gonna
And
say
that
Cotto,
real
would have
quick.
been
I was
great
gonna
for
say real quick,
what you
L Dog.
say?
His best way to, I guess you could say, quote unquote, beat Manny Pacquiao was the way he fought in the fight. Don't engage with him. I disagree with his father. If I was there, I'd have been like, yo, you know how they judge these fights. Are you crazy? Do not engage with him. He'll knock you out. That's it. He'll fuck
Wait,
you
that's
up.
what Floyd
Okay?
did though, recognize, right?
That's
He
what
didn't engage
Ricky's
with Manny
saying.
Pacquiao. No, yeah.
Yeah, he didn't touch, like he
Right,
stayed
right.
at arm's length.
He just
But
extended his arm. Yeah.
Floyd Senior, he still had that fighter's code, man.
He
Floyd
did.
Senior
He did.
got knocked out a couple times, and I feel like it's because he had the bravado. He wanted to fight you.
Yes.
Same with Roger, yeah.
Yes.
Floyd Senior is old school.
Roger
Just
and Roger and Floyd Senior come from a background of boxing the hard way. There was not real protection there, other than maybe a few hookups here and there. You get what I'm saying? But other than
Yep.
that, it's like you go in there and you win. You win or lose. That's just the way it is. Like, okay, we got to fight for you. It's like some killer. You beat him, you beat him.
Roger
You
was
lose.
a legend.
Yeah, you gotta fight him. Yeah.
And Roger lost a bunch of times. He got plenty of opportunities. After losses, came back and won. So he's had plenty of opportunities.
Purnell pieced him up. I just watched that fight. Oh my god, when he pulled his pants
Purnell
down.
definitely pieced him up, but if you look at the whole fight, Purnell was
It was a hard fight.
battling
Yeah,
for his
no
life,
doubt.
boy.
It was definitely. But you saw the
Well, he
skill.
won the
This
fight,
little
yeah.
this little guy, Sweet Pea in Virginia, man. That was some beautiful stuff. How that dude was boxing, man.
He's
Yeah,
from
and it was
North Virginia,
and
man.
it was
Yeah,
and
naval
it was
base,
it was
right?
and it was a damn good build up. You know, those two hated each other.
Yeah.
Wait, what did he say? He said prime. Although what'd you say? He said prime Cotto versus prime Pac.
Nah, I said
No, the
Prime
prime
Floyd,
Floyd
like
that
the
fought
Floyd
Cotto.
that beat Cotto and the Pacquiao that beat Cotto. If they
Oh.
fought, dude, I feel like that shit would have been a war, man.
It
I
would have
feel like
been.
that shit.
If that Cotto that fought Pacquiao, Floyd would have fought him, oh, that would have been a barn burner because Cotto would have been able to switch. He's both hands. He got power. Both stances. He knows how to fight lefty and righty. Floyd didn't want no part of that young Cotto. None. That's why he fought him when he was old and he didn't have a trainer. He wasn't prepared for the shit. He had to have the A side advantage. You think Floyd, when he fights fighters and gives them the opportunity, he already has a plethora of understanding on what he's dealing with. But the other guy don't have no advantages. None.
Cotto actually announced his retirement before Floyd decided he was going to fight him. You guys remember that?
Yeah, that's right. That
And
was
then
like-
Cotto
Yeah, I
did
was
so
just-
good. Cotto did so good off the couch that he decided to continue his career.
Yeah, I was just about to say, like, when Pacquiao fought Cotto, it was 2009. When Floyd fought Cotto, it was 2012.
That's right.
You know, in
That's right.
2009, Pacquiao was prime
best fighter
form.
in
You know what I'm
2009
saying?
Manny
He
Pacquiao
fucking smoked everybody.
was a
You know what I'm
motherfucker.
saying?
Nightmare. He was
He was God, reckon.
Dude,
He
that
literally,
guy
the dude was God,
that is the most athletically gifted fighter I've seen in terms of boxing. Not only did he have that explosiveness and that speed, but he was fucking durable. Like, he could take punishment and he could fucking punch like a mule and he could move at insane speeds.
Wasn't that Cotto's first loss when he fought Pacquiao?
No, Margarito.
Oh, Margarito. No,
Yeah.
you sure?
Yeah, it was Margarito back in 2007, I believe. I think it was 2007 that Margarito beat him. Then he kind of, you could say he redeemed himself. I forget who he fought exactly. One of them was what's his name? Excuse me, Clottey. He fought Clottey. The fight before Manny Pacquiao.
Oh man, he destroyed Claudia too. God damn.
Yeah, but Clottey just didn't let his hands go. He just didn't let his hands go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Is that,
true,
you know,
but man,
is
if
that-
he let
is-
his if he
is-
left his hands go, man, he would have got countered, man. He would have got caught with
is
some
that-
shit. He
is
knew he
that-
couldn't compete with that speed. He knew that shit.
Yeah.
That's why he was
That's the
shelled
thing.
up.
Yo, sorry, recognize. I had to get like 3 phones for fucking news. Fucking keep.
Hold
putting it out,
on, guys.
goddammit.
Listen, guys. I'm gonna step away for like another 3-5 minutes. You guys take over.
We'll cook it. We'll cook it.
right.
Hey, Jackson, I got one quick thing. I'm gonna take the puppies tomorrow, OG, to give this them. Why do you think I'm ripping? Why did you say that I'm ripping G Boogie off? That's a present to him, and I'm giving him the pick of the litter.
He was joking.
Gonzo, I know you guys are good buddies and
said Gonzo.
warriors. I'm fucking.
He gets a pick of the pride, Jackson. He gets my best dog.
I want your best dog. Yeah, that's fucked up. I'm fucking with you, Gonzo. Yeah, man. Come on.
Yeah, okay.
I couldn't even have a dog right now.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. But I was wondering.
No,
Go
you're
ahead, guys.
fucking up, Gonzo.
Shout out to Gonzalo, man. Shout out to Gonzalo.
Yeah,
Hey,
shout out.
what's the Philippines like for this Pacquiao fight? Are the Philippines going off, man? Are they ready? Are they hyped up?
Not to it's because like the Filipinos got their own struggles on the daily life. They're worried about working and making the ends meet for every day. That they're not too concerned about
Yeah, they need
that
food.
type of stuff. They don't got that too many free time on their hands. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, but when
But-
when the fight comes out, you're gonna believe that nation is gonna be watching.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
That's what I hear, man. That's what I remember once I was overseas. I was in Hawaii and Pacquiao was fighting. Dude, all the fucking Filipinos were out for that fight, man. The Filipinos,
they're prideful people. It's one of those things that I recognize, but a lot of times I don't like it because Mexicans are very prideful, but pride can work both ways. When a person is prideful, it's kind of good and it's bad. But when it comes to the sport, okay, yeah, we'll give it to them. Yeah, pride it's okay. It's a good thing. You know, when they say the Filipino pride, yeah, they're gonna be there. Right now, he's getting a lot of like negative press because of his politician status. He's running for president, and the president now, he's got a daughter running, and he's pushing for the daughter to where he's not favored amongst the politicians to win the presidency.
Wow,
so he might
man,
not
he's
win.
not favored.
No, that's the word dichotomy or dynamic.
Yeah, you
No,
want
he's not favored, even though he's a great.
You talking
He's
about
not
for
favored to win.
Pacquiao?
Yeah,
For
he
who?
even had to surrender his position as the president of his own party. See what I'm saying? Because
Yeah,
you
yeah.
got to understand that there's a lot of interest. That if you say people are corrupt, you're a lot of people's livelihoods are potentially going down the drain because you're calling them out. And you're Pacquiao, you're rich already. You got money that if you're putting into question other people's livelihoods, because you're questioning if they're corrupt, they're not gonna want to leave their livelihood and their good lives just because Pacquiao is popular. They say Pacquiao wins, but all of a sudden, all these jobs that people are retaining, that they give them money, whether it's corruption or not, but basically their livelihoods. If the government changes and they get put out of like their position, and the power changes. These people are not too happy. So imagine those people and their followers. They're not too happy that Pacquiao is going to become president. You know what I'm saying?
No, another reason why, also, from what I understood, and I was told by an older person that I'm going to leave nameless. He told me also that some of the people in the Philippines and that's why Duterte. A lot of people give Duterte, even though he used to be who he was. When he was first elected, he was an attorney, so he have legal backgrounds. He knows the law and all that stuff.
while just recently Pacquiao had just went to a 3-year supposed to be prestigious college. I mean, a 4-year to get his degree when he only went three months.
3 weeks.
What they told me to give, some prestigious college. Well, that college ain't even accredited where he got his degree from. So some people are saying, "Oh, he paid for his education so it could show for his running for politician." You know what I'm saying? So that don't look good for him and most of his
you know what, Boogie? I understand that, and I heard that too. That he paid for his credentials, but you tell me, and I'll tell you, what's the greater credential? Being one of the greatest fighters to ever lived on the surface on planet Earth, or just have a title fucking degree? Man, that accolade of being world champion, fucking 8th division, I would brush everything else aside. Like, dude, this is a fucking great human being.
I understand that, but when it comes to the politics world, when it comes
J Boogie, but that's just people are liars. No, people are corrupt. When money's a thing, if they're put in position to where they're taking bribes and they're making money off of projects to like build me a road. But then the money that you paid for, for the money that the government invests on its projects, but they steal from that. If you take that away from the crooked politicians because you have a new government that's being more fair, that threatens the livelihood of those corrupt politicians. And that is what I think is the main reason that a lot of people are going against Pacquiao. Because if Pacquiao comes in, he's going to be like, he's already the Robin Hood. But he'll be more of like the goody two shoes.
Yeah. He's not going to have any political or major companies or corporations donating to his, campaign.
Exactly.
And that never ends well.
I just wanted to ask you about that. Is Pacquiao like politically aligned with Rodrigo Duterte? Like,
not really, because he told him his government is more corrupt than the prior presidents. Aquino, he said your government is 3 times more corrupt than the prior administration.
Mm-hmm.
So you see, the people are not aligned with Pacquiao right now. But get this, that might be. You see, the people are not good with Pacquiao right now. They're not good with the politicians, the people that follow those politicians. So Pacquiao feels pressured right now. Imagine he loses against. This is why this is important to me as a sports fan, which might not mean nothing at all in the grand scheme of things. But to me, I think like Pacquiao thinks, because Pacquiao, he loves boxing. If people hate fucking Manny Pacquiao for the comments that he made, or let's say he lost popularity, and he's not jiving with the Filipino politicians, because look at the news, because I'm in the Philippines right now. Every day they're slandering Pacquiao, they're slandering him.
Damn.
He's lost, and the popular and the polling, he's lost popularity. And if I'm Manny Pacquiao and I got that going on in my home country, but I'm in the United States training, I'm ready to fight this guy. What's the best way for me to gain clout again and to be considered as
the cash?
The Filipinos are very superstitious, and knock him out. All of a sudden, Pacquiao's the martyr again. He's a great man. He's still a great man, but what I'm saying, that would exponentially make him the guy that he's supposed to be to win the elections.
Like maybe he may be losing influence politically, but to them culturally, like he's still very fresh on their minds. He's always has them in their hearts. So
Pacquiao's losing. I'm sorry, guys. Go ahead. I heard what you guys were talking about.
No. I mean,
Pacquiao's going against corruption, bro.
Exactly, and
but 150. The thing about corruption. What's the word recognized? Corruption is a good thing for the country. Corruption. What's the word, man? Corruption it prevails and it exists because it makes people rich and people like it. The corrupt people like it because it gives them a means to an end.
Yeah,
it's very influential.
I know what
And
you're
we have that
saying.
here.
You're
Tenfold.
saying nobody likes uncertainty. I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. That's just what
See,
the
the
market doesn't like.
politics that's in the Philippines has been there for centuries. And what I mean by that is there's over there they believe in the structure of bringing the family and put them in place like almost like a hierarchy of the Cosa Nostra. You know what I mean? It's you embed them where they're not supposed to be at, and then they still control the politics portion of it.
Yeah, because the Philippines are poor. It used to be a better country back in the 60s, from what I hear. It used to be like the queen of this side of the world, or the king. I don't
And
know.
they the Thriller in Manila.
Yeah, that's right. And look, they got the natural resources by the way they produce fruit, and their position is like Mexico. But the thing that ruins them is the corrupt politicians. But then corrupt politicians have got a stronghold on the country.
It destroys their
They're
economy.
deceiving you, and they're making you believe this and that. But they're not gonna let loose of that power very easily, because the power that they control is controlling the people. See what I'm saying? So it's just a big fucking clusterfuck.
See, Simone.
Are they part of, like, Gonzalo, are they part of the Trade Pacific Partnership? Your country?
I don't know, man. I'm
Good
not that type
question,
of dude to tell you those type of things. But I'm
No,
telling you right. I'm
they're
telling
not.
you right now. If a Filipino's hungry, you don't get a Filipino's dying of fucking homelessness, because you got fucking fruits falling off the trees here. Durian, exotic fruit, fucking mangoes. You got rice fields forever. Maybe
That's
you
in
don't
like
have the
Puerto
technology
Rico.
to produce the rice on the grand scheme of things like other countries. But as far as natural resources, no Filipinos dying of hunger here. So why is the Filipino country such a poor country? Because of the way the politicians run
The
it, and the
corruption in the
infrastructure.
politics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's fucked up.
So he wants to. Does Pacquiao want to run for president?
Yes, that's what my father-in-law was kind of describing and breaking down everything from it. You know, my wife is just like Gonzalo's wife, Filipina, and my father-in-law, he's like in his 80s, and he's deep involved in a lot of the political side, and he has a lot of influence because he's been in it and knows all the people that's in it.
Gotcha.
But I can't really say as much like I want to, but you can read the gray lines.
and G Boogie. In other words, you know what the
Send me
way,
breaking
from
up
my
when you got it.
perspective here in the Philippines, I'm not saying listen to what I have to say, but as a boxing fan's perspective, because I love boxing, and I kind of know who Manny Pacquiao is. But anyways, he's got money, but many people see Manny Pacquiao as maybe like a Donald Trump. Like, this guy's fucking rich already. We don't want to
Yep.
hear what he got to say.
That's true,
right?
man.
They don't like him too much in the politician landscape. Just watch the news.
Yeah.
But he's still endeared to the Filipino people, to where he's one of the greatest. But what happened to Arguello? They fucking killed his ass, right? They took all his
Did they
money.
kill Arguello? How'd he die?
He was in politics, and they took all his properties. When fucking Nicaragua went down under or something, they fooled him. They conned him into believing, oh, well, you have to surrender. They just took his shit. Then all of a sudden, he fucking committed suicide by shooting himself in the chest, which was highly dubious.
Yeah, that's not a good way to kill yourself.
Suspect.
But listen, maybe if Pacquiao's not doing what he's doing, calling out the president, he's not feeling alive. But I have to say that Pacquiao loves boxing, so that's what keeps him alive. I mean, he's got a family, or he's got kids, he's got a wife. He's not
Yeah.
looking to fucking get another girl. what keeps this man alive? Because, like I recognize Morales, he don't find the reason why he would want to take such a hard fight. But something got this fucking guy skipping on the fucking tip of his toes to where he's still bouncing around and being the fucking the fighter that he is, man. This little ass Filipino that can throw a hell of a fucking left shot and a hell of a right hook too, because he developed that punch. Punches and bunches, man. He's a phenom.
Yo, I
I saw
want to get
him.
all your guys' opinion on who wins this fight, because like I can't fucking figure it out.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I'm a fucking Pacquiao fanboy, but if he gets trapped against the ropes, he might get fucking beat down. But if he keeps it moving to where sleepy eye fucking arrow spins after the car crash, or with that monotone type of a language, the voice, he's kind of a little bit slow in my opinion. If a lot of fighters in the past said, I see three Manny Pacquiaos, I saw Manny Pacquiao and Freddie Rush in the ring hitting me at the same time, like Diaz, and where he's bouncing around and Errol Spence cannot keep up with the movement because his eyes cannot hold on to where Pacquiao is located. Imagine those guys said, I saw three Manny Pacquiao. This guy, Errol Spence, he's like the Terminator. Yeah, we'll give him that. He tries to trap you against the ropes. He keeps throwing. He's consistent. But if Pacquiao's bouncing around to where you're giving him the lead, to where you're following him as you're trying to catch up to his movement, as you're punching, but when you're trying to punch, he's always got one step ahead of you. He's always one beat ahead of what you're doing. He's not going to fucking be able to corner him as he usually does against other guys. Right, and the most interesting point that I could bring is, okay, yes, Errol Spence knocked out Algieri. He pinned him down. He dropped him in the 7th round against the ropes. But Manny Pacquiao, he beat Algieri by decision, but was able to drop him 7 times by keeping it moving. Right?
Yeah.
So it's like the Teofimo Lopez. What's more impressive, if I knock out Comey in 1 round, or if I fucking drown him out in 7 rounds? Well, Pacquiao, he's dropped fucking everybody he has faced. He has dropped Iron Chain. Like, I was listening to Recognize His stream a few streams ago, like 2 streams ago on Thunderdome. Look, Pacquiao, he's beat fighters that have been undefeated, that had never got stopped before. But the fighters that he has dropped have never been dropped before. Look, was prior to that was Shane Mosley, and this was one guy that he did not mention. He mentioned, was Shane Mosley ever knocked down or knocked out before he faced Pacquiao? No, he lost it in his last fight against the Australian dude, Mundane. But prior to that, he was known as an Iron Chain fucking strong guy with power. You know, better than fucking Sean Porter. Fucking, this is Shane Mosley, Hall of Famer.
You guys hear me?
No.
Yeah.
No, man, I was having issues with the stream, bro. It was like, crackling, and I was speaking at the same time, and I was like, damn, he can't hear me.
Just till now. But it's true, don't recognize. Errol Spence, man down, hasn't been able to even drop lightweights, while Manny Pacquiao, although he has not gone to stoppages until he dropped what's that Argentinian guy, the guy that got heavy hands like bricks in 11 years. But prior to that, he had Matisse. That dude's a fucking power puncher. But prior to that, Pacquiao had been dropping welterweights, dropping them. Maybe not stopping them, but dropping them.
40-pounder, I mean, he would have excelled at 140.
He dropped Keith Thurman.
And look, he's not a sucker to plant his feet. He's not a sucker to plant his feet like a Mexican, in the sense that he's the smaller guy. That's why I'm saying sucker, because he's a smaller. He's the guy that realizes he's fighting giants, to where his pity pats are actual power punches. So his power punches are punches and bunches with power that he's really looking to knock the giant off his axis by pushing, poking, and prodding, to where he's throwing the giant off balance, to where he's knocking you down. And when he knocks you down, he's not getting too greedy where he wants to stop you. No, he keeps pushing and prodding with speed and power, and those pity pat punches are pity pat punches with power. You see, we criticize fighters like Deontay Wilder, one-trick pony. Pacquiao and those type of fighters, they got power, but they not only relied on their power, they rely on their boxing skills. And they're smart to know that what they do good is what works best for them. And not too many people can do what Pacquiao does. Stay on his feet, keep moving, and keep punching with pity punching power, but with power. It's a fact, man.
Yeah. Virtuoso,
It's a
what
rare
you
skill.
got, man? I want to get like just everybody's opinion real quick.
For me, it's a 50-50 fight. I mean, to me, it comes down to conditioning. You know, who's gonna be looking good at the end of the rounds, the championship rounds? Who's gonna be have the clean and looking shots? And I can see Pacquiao doing it for just simple reasons that he knows how to utilize angles. And I can see him develop because I've seen him develop that hook to the body, and I think he
Yep,
could really
yep.
hurt him
Good point.
downstairs. He could also,
He
you know,
could.
variate his punch placements, head body. You know, really confuse the dude. You know, but you know,
Well,
I'm kind of
virtuoso.
yeah.
The right hook to the body is not really a damaging punch. There's 5 places you can knock down a fighter. That's a left hook to the liver, a straight punch to the solar plexus, to the front of the chin, and to the 2 sides of the chin. Other places, the temple, you can really shake a fighter up. But the right hook to the body is a kidney punch. The left shot to the liver, straight solar plexus, and the three sides to the chin is where you can really knock a fucking fighter out.
Yeah, but you
One
can
thing I have
knock
to
the
say about
wind out
Pacquiao,
of
he
anybody
can
with
punch
any
hard,
punch.
but he doesn't get too greedy. He's not going to try to sit down on his punches and go toe to toe with the welter. No, he's going to keep it moving and punching with mobility and power off the cuff.
Fight
That's what
style,
Pacquiao.
you got.
Yeah, and
I
you
mean,
gotta say that Pacquiao's liver punch is better because his left shot aligns with the left with the it aligns with the left side of the body. As you're facing yourself, touch it's your right side. The right side of your body as you're facing the fighter, it's the left. The left hook to the body is a punch to the liver. And that's what benefits Errol Spence and Manny Pacquiao. They can punch really hard with their left hand downstairs. That's why Danny Garcia couldn't really put a dent on Errol Spence because he could punch to the body, but he was throwing right hooks to the kidneys, which is the left side as you're touching yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I just think he's got to be more like useful of body punches too, because I could see him breaking down Spence. I don't believe that he's that
Well, it's gotta
durable
be
at
a
times.
straight to the solar plexus and a left hook to
Yeah.
the body because he's a southpaw.
Yeah.
He's got more power with the left hand, and on that side of the body you have the liver.
Yeah.
But
And
his right hand is really his right hand. The right hook that you're talking about, it's really developed. But where it's gonna cause a lot of damage is upstairs because look, the right hook for Manny Pacquiao is just most people are right-handed, so their jab is their left hand. I'm left-handed. That's not the case for me. But like for example, you put up your hands like old school fighter from the past. Put up your dukes. You got your left hand is the closest to your opponent's face because if you put up your dukes like an old school fighter, the left hand is about 6 inches from your opponent's face. Now, if you can throw a hell of a left hook for you that you're a right-hander, you're like Ryan Garcia. You can swipe your opponent, and that's a dangerous punch because it's the punch that's most closest to your opponent's face is about 6 inches away from his face. That's why Ryan Garcia is like a swipe of a tablet. You know, he can just fucking turn, pivot, and throw that left hook to where he can graze an opponent's chin. Because that hand, if you put up your dukes like an old school fighter, is really close to your opponent's chin. But we're talking about a southpaw like Manny. His right hand, he discovered that he's a left-handed power puncher. I have to develop my right hand to become a more complete fighter. Now I saw him training in the gym. When Errol Spence throws that jab, he's gonna swap. He's gonna throw like swapping a fly. He's not gonna load up on the punch. He's gonna throw off the cuff. And as Errol Spence throws that jab, and when Errol Spence throws that jab, it languishes because it's heavy on the front foot. It's gonna stay out there. Just think of Dawson from Street Fighter. When he throws that jab, it's hard, heavy, it's long. It languishes out there. When he does that, Pacquiao's like swapping a fly. He's just gonna throw a right hook off the cuff because I saw him practicing that. But what I saw Manny Pacquiao practicing, he told Buboy Fernandez, set up your legs as a southpaw, because I saw him correcting him on doing that, although he speaks a different language. But what I saw Pacquiao doing, I saw him dipping under that lead jab. I saw him trying to see a way that he can get under that jab to throw that right hook, that Manila Ice off the cuff. And when Errol Spence throw that heavy, ponderous with languishes out when he throws it heavy, Manny Pacquiao's going to try to swat it like a fly. Just going to counter him off the cuff. Boom, 1-for-1, and he's going to try to daze him. And when he dazes him, guess what? Manny Pacquiao is still a left-handed fighter. That the trail hand that he's already got cocked and loaded can back him up against the bigger guy. Now, mind you, Errol Spence also a left-handed, so he's got that hand cocked and ready to fucking fire too. So inside the fire zone when they're trading punches, because you're between each other guys' wheelhouse and you're trading punches, that's why I cannot say who's gonna win, because obviously Errol Spence is a longer limb man, but he's the slower one.
Who do you think is gonna win?
Oh man, I think it's gonna be a great fight, but I got Errol Spence. I think Errol Spence is gonna wear him down to the body. I think Errol Spence is too big. You know, he's got a lot of dirty tricks as well, so I feel like he'll just wear Manny Pacquiao down.
Fair enough.
But what do you say as well? Does Manny Pacquiao have dirty tricks?
Yeah, he does, but he doesn't use them, man. Pacquiao is
he's the cleanest fighter, yeah.
Guy.
Yeah, but what do you say as well? Like if the two fighters are fighting dirty?
Because it's fucking dog. 150. What do you think?
We know Errol Spence goes low. We know he goes to the nuts. I don't see Manny Pacquiao fighting dirty. When you hit Manny Pacquiao hard, he bangs his gloves together. And he's enticing you to fucking chase him down.
That's what I'm saying.
Manny Pacquiao's
I'm saying
clean.
Errol Spence, he has great body work. He has a lot of pressure, but he also has those dirty tricks. And I feel like
But what do you mean as also? Like Manny Pacquiao is in what? Like Manny.
I think you confused the
wrong way.
With that. He's saying that Manny Pacquiao is the cleaner fighter and Spence fights clean, but he also does dirty work.
Okay, boy. I'm trying to separate the line between not getting confused, because by you saying also and as well, you're kind of like saying that Pacquiao does that too. But I understand.
When Spence fought Porter, he did clean work, but he mixed it in with dirty work at the same. He's done that.
That's Errol Spence. That's not Manny Pacquiao.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
You misconstrued in it, Gonzalo, because the also is not including Manny Pacquiao. He's just
okay. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying like
okay.
Yeah. Nah, all good, Gonzalo. But yeah, I'm just saying. I feel like Spence, he's gonna fight dirty, and I feel like that might be the edge that he needs against Pacquiao, similar to Jeff Horn.
Yeah,
might be right, L-Dog. It's a very good point.
Yeah.
No, listen, dog is wise beyond his years, and I was gonna commend him earlier.
I wouldn't say that, but yeah.
Come on,
L-Dog is fucking put his work in. He's got his chips. L-Dog is a badass dude when it comes to boxing. I like L-Dog, man. He's fucking
a rich little New Zealander.
Guy that I would listen to.
Listen, I'm gonna say this. I've seen his work in training camp, the sparring. You know, he's trying to work on the inside. You know, so he's gonna rough him up. But what I see Pacquiao doing is that I really think that the straight left hand is there for him, man.
Oh yeah.
Spence doesn't move his head off the center line.
No, he does.
Snap his head back.
Yeah.
He can snap his head back, dude.
He moves back. He moves back, but he doesn't move he doesn't move his head off the center line. Yeah.
Yeah, and if he's gonna box, he's gonna circle away from him, from the pressure. So you never know.
Yeah. And listen, listen. Spence is a big guy. He's the one that has to be worried about cutting weight. I know they say, oh, he's the biggest guy. He's a huge guy. He's a strong guy. But when it comes to a certain point after the 6th round, that's not working too well for you, is it? Manny Pacquiao, we know he have an iron chin. If he can survive the first 6 rounds, Manny Pacquiao was never concerned in camp to where he had to cut weight. No, he's making weight just as he's training. He's stepping on the scale, not even eating normal. He steps on the scale, just living his life as always. He steps on the scale and then after the fight, he could even eat 2, 3 more times. Well, Errol Spence has to be cutting down to make the weight, and is to limit himself to what he eats after the weight.
Yeah,
See what I'm
Earl's
saying?
completed. Yep, for 100%.
Yeah, it might be a drastic weight cut from what his normal
That could
weight,
hurt him. Yeah.
walking weight is, so you got to be monitoring that thing close to now that we're getting close to the fight. We're like, how many days away? 15.
Okay, you see, not this one. This one, Horn busting up Pac.
Yeah, with his head.
What did you see, man? He was busting him up with elbows, headbutts. Like that's what he was doing.
Yeah, tricky
Raking
footwork
his
to
face.
recognize.
He was
Right.
raking
But
his
that's
face
what I
with the
feel like
gloves.
Spence will be doing, man. I feel like Spence will be fighting dirty and he'll get away with it. Because Spence is like the American golden boy in a way.
Yes.
What? Yeah, I mean, how long can Pacquiao be the matador for?
Yeah.
That's what's going to be the conditioning. That's what I'm worried about. That's the intriguing part of the fight who's going to be, lasting.
Yeah.
Man, this is going to be a great fight, though. This is going to be a great fight.
Yeah.
I'm still
Battle of
hyped
the
about
ages.
Usyk and Joshua, to be honest. Like, I think that should
Oh,
be
man, that's a great fight as well.
both these. Like if you had to like parlay on both like Usyk and Pacquiao, like you think that would be a smart decision?
I'm gonna
I'm
go
not a
Spence
betting
and
man,
Joshua, man. But if I want to make a good bet, like for money, I'm gonna say Spence and Usyk.
Yeah.
I feel like
Ah,
Usyk
maybe.
has a better chance of winning against AJ than Pacquiao does against Spence because I feel like Usyk can really fucking stop Joshua. Joshua has a glass jaw. He got knocked out by Andy Ruiz, who is a fat blob who can't punch.
Yeah, L Joshua. Yeah.
Hey, G
come on,
Boogie,
bro.
your dog, recognize. Sorry, I got too carried away with the Pacquiao conversation.
That's fine.
Nah, it's all good, Gonzalo.
It's boxing talk.
Nah, it's boxing talk, man. I always enjoy talking about Pacquiao.
Yeah, you're in the Philippines. You've been watching it all, man.
Go ahead with the Usyk. I'm interested in listening to what you had to say about that. Yes.
Man, imagine if
That fight is signed.
Usyk and Pacquiao win. I feel like Usyk and Pacquiao are the same kind of fighter. They'll fight anyone, anywhere. They don't give a fuck. They'll fight anyone, man.
Yeah, man, they'll take it sold out real quick, man, for that Usyk versus Joshua fight, man. That goes to show, man, who the stars are, man, who really matter.
Usyk is a star in the UK, man. People
Yeah,
forget
he is,
that,
man.
but that Usyk Joshua fight that sold out like real quick, like in less than a day, like probably less than an hour.
hmm I mean, they had to bow down to him, when he knocked out Bellew,
That was a beautiful knockout.
Yes, and you know what? This funny is the trajectory of it because it kind of came out like a hook, but then it turned
A
into
looping
a
left
left
hand.
cross. Yeah, looping like left cross, like wow, and then shit knocked him straight out.
But I mean, knocking out AJ is, a totally different ball game.
I mean, yeah, it's
Usyk
sort
in
of
that
like
Bellew fight, in my opinion, Usyk he got in shape, but he didn't even really need to get out of second gear. He was just like, you know what? I can take this guy's power, whatever. I'm just gonna wear him down and knock him out eventually.
yeah,
Like he knew he could knock Bellew out, and
yeah.
against
I mean,
AJ, I feel like
it's
he's
funny
gonna
because it
show
was like
second
Belly was
gear.
just being mad extra, at first, man, using all this like extra like jittery movements. I'm like, dude, you're just wasting your energy
Yeah, I
for
thought
like
the
your
same
proverbial,
thing.
inevitable demise.
Yep.
It's been a fun career, man.
Counter
Here you go.
punch, run around like a fucking idiot. Yeah.
Yeah, man. All right, gentlemen. I think I'm gonna have to call it.
Can we get 150 in OG's prediction? I just want to real quick.
It might be
I'm
too early,
nervous.
but go ahead, 150. If you want to give your prediction. 150 might have fallen asleep because he's on the
Yeah,
East
he
Coast
probably
like me.
Same with OG, probably.
Yeah, OG probably fell asleep. I don't know
No,
what
I'm
time it is.
still here.
L Dog, what time is it by you?
I'm still here.
Man, it's only 8 o'clock at night.
Oh yeah. So L Dog
Damn,
like
that's another week. It's a week
Yeah,
ahead.
for real. And I'm in the fourth, bro. I'm in the
Can
fourth.
y'all hear
So
me?
I'm about to hit
El
to the 4th
Dog.
of August.
El Dog.
Yeah, what's good, Gonzalo?
Coco Tyler just told me that when you're on the MXPC Discord, you talk bad about me. What's the story about that?
I thought he was
That's a
dead.
fake Coco, bro. That's a fake Coco.
That's
Okay.
a fake Coco?
Is Coco
Yeah,
dead?
that's a fake Coco, man.
That must be okay.
Coco Tyler is punished.
Hey, that's Saint Brit. That's Saint Brit.
All right, no, it's okay. Okay, later. No, you can say whatever.
Yeah, there's a lot of fake accounts of everybody.
A lot of fake accounts.
Somebody had a fake account of me, and I was like fucking dissing people that I'm cool with.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like I gotta train for you guys, man. With all this beef, like fucking hell, he's calling me out. Hey, they got this show called Border Wars, no, and like what's that?
You're talking about what's his name?
El Ness.
Ness, yeah, Ness. The
Wait,
boxing.
Fat Ness from the
Well, he
boxing
lost
boys.
weight, so I'll give him that.
The boxing snitch.
Yeah, but he's still struggling.
The boxing
when I met him, he was fat. He was pretty
He's
fat.
a clown, bro.
Yeah, and then he looked like he lost weight. Yeah.
Yeah, didn't he get in the ring with Sean Porter? Sean Porter's little, man.
Yeah, I mean, Sean Porter is like half his size, literally.
He's little, bro.
I met Ness.
He fought like a football player.
Ness was at least an inch or two taller than me. From
Yeah,
what
I
I
met
mean,
Canelo.
if you're fucking that big, now that you mentioned that, if you're that big, at least go to toe with the smaller guy, man. Because I saw that spot. He was fucking running all over the place.
Yeah. I met
Go out there and
Canelo
fucking-
and I was bigger than him, and I was like, "You little fucking roided," like, because he has like a similar build, without all that fucking juice, and he's a nice guy though, good golfer.
Yeah, Canelo's my size. I know him.
I like Canelo.
I'm a little taller
not,
than him.
Not his
Slightly.
boxing, but his Tiger Woods game.
Oh, he's a good golfer.
Yeah.
So you want to hear my prediction?
Absolutely.
Okay. What I've been noticing about Pacquiao, in the southpaw stance, him and Boo Boy was in southpaw, and also Freddie Roach was doing it. And from what I saw, what Pacquiao's technique, he threw the Manila Ice, but he also threw that straight left on the right hand side of Roach and Boo Boy, but then he came under with a combination. He threw the straight left, then he came back around with the hook to the left side of the right hook to the left side, and then came back up with the straight left cross. So with Spence, if he tries to, with Spence, from what I saw from his training, evaluating his training films on how he wants to be more aggressive, and he got bigger guys, and then they're trying to muscle him, to create more pressure for him to be in that wheelhouse, like Recognize said earlier, that he's in that wheelhouse, so he can impose himself physically over the smaller man. But it's just like what I was thinking what Keith Thurman has said. Keith Thurman said, when Pacquiao hit me, it was like he had a bag of rocks in his hands, and I didn't expect that. So from my perspective, Pacquiao, going back to what Virtuoso said about his conditioning. Okay, if Pacquiao's conditioning can maintain, not die down like he did in Thurman, because if he, like Gonzalo said, Pacquiao likes throwing punches and bunches, but it's in a perspective as in he's timing you while doing natural flow, angle, left, right, front, back, moves, quarter turns, catching you, but with numerous combinations. But is his conditioning going to maintain? Okay,
Well,
so
the G Boogie. Thurman got
yeah,
greater
but
legs, I think, than Manny correct. Sorry, fuck, man.
Then EJ.
Keith Thurman got greater legs than fucking Errol Spence.
yeah,
Keith
I know.
Thurman got good legs and probably greater than an older Floyd Mayweather. So,
Yeah,
and we know that Manny Pacquiao has great legs to where with Keith Thurman fought Pacquiao, the whole legs things. Yeah, Thurman can move side to side. Maybe not good going backwards because he gets caught with punches. But Pacquiao, he can move in angles and he's got good feet. He got good legs. I don't
yeah, I
think
know.
that Errol Spence's footwork is gonna catch up with Manny's. So if
No,
Manny can
Errol
all of a
Spence,
sudden get the
Errol
upper
Spence,
hand to where he's dictating the pace based off his footwork and his punching, to where then all of a sudden he's kind of like sleepy eyed, and he's gotta align his eyes and catch up to the leg position to where Manny Pacquiao's facing, because I'm chasing him and he's punching me, and I'm chasing him while he's punching me. Because he's got the upper hand on me. Guess what? I think that Manny Pacquiao can control the fight. Because remember, like I said, once again, a fighter said, "Oh, I'm facing fucking three Mannys." We thought that I saw fucking Freddie Roach
yeah,
and Manny facing me in the ring together. You know, the octopus. I was fighting
yeah,
an octopus. We
you
got the
talking
sleepy-eyed
about
fighter
what's his
that
name?
doesn't have the legs that Keith Thurman, Manny, and then that Floyd Mayweather has. What's gonna be the destiny of Errol Spence?
Well,
It's kind of slow plotting.
Errol Spence
After
only
the
got a
sixth round, because after the sixth round, he gets tired too, because he's having to cut all that weight.
Errol Spence got a jittery stance in the southpaw stance. He can only go forward and backwards. He ain't got no lateral. His lateral sucks ass. So my long story short, if Pacquiao can maintain the distance, maintain the combination,
Shout out Jed Kyle.
time him, he should be able to, as if Errol Spence Jr. tries to shorten the distance between them and get caught out there, like Gonzalo said, he got Pacquiao got fast hand speed. Okay, by the sixth round, I will be able to see if Pacquiao is going to knock him out for the next round, which is my prediction. Next 7th round knockout, Pacquiao.
So G Boogie.
Huh?
Okay. You
I
think
had
you
seven.
okay? No, I'm just saying.
I
Okay,
had 7th round knockout, Manny
I'll
Pacquiao.
consider that. I'm
Even
thinking of
though
what you're saying.
even though he haven't knocked out somebody in 147 in a while, but I truly believe his experience, his conditioning, and the shots that he's been setting up in practice, and for what I see that Errol Spence is going to try to bully him, and his lateral footwork he don't have. He only got a jittery back forth, and he lays back on his back foot so he can lean back. But Pacquiao could cut that distance with his footwork, and
Overwhelm him.
I'm projecting a fucking 7th round knockout for real.
I like that because a lot of the times, most of the time, these fights are predictable, and a lot of times I'm introspective to where I know what's going to happen, but do I necessarily get it down to a T where I identify what happens and I get it precisely to the point. No, very seldomly do people, and in general, people will say, "Oh, the fight's gonna turn out like this and like that," where it never does. But this, you calling it a 7th round knockout, that's kind of like unpopular. I thought about that too. And if he's gonna go for broke and leave it out of the judges' hands, and if he's so dominant and just go for the kill, man, yeah, that's a good call, man. Because nobody would ever think of that.
And
But if you're
I'm
wanting
not,
to call something, but then after the fight happens, and you called it the way you thought it was gonna happen, but nobody ever gets it down to the T. Nobody would have ever thought, I think, of a 7th round fucking stoppage, and that might happen because usually what
I'm-
you think is gonna happen never does.
I never disrespect any fighter. I just see what I see, and that's my honest opinion. Whether it's right or wrong, I don't know. But like I said, it depends on what we see in the first 6 rounds. And if the 6th round is kind of tough for Spence and he's already gassed a little bit, because we all said it, he tends to slow down a little bit. But then if that overwhelming speed in the quarter turns and he can't catch up to him, and he can't, and Pacquiao knows that shit, and he's gonna set him up
Yeah.
for a shot. And the shots
Yeah,
that
and
I've
that's
been
where
looking,
that's where the
I've been
experience
looking
comes
at,
into play, Jibugi. Because who's
and
controlling the tempo? Because we know that Keith Thurman, he tried to bully Pacquiao in the first round and tried to impose his size, and we did that. He was sadly mistaken
I'm
because
going off
Pacquiao
of
dropped him
what
with the right hand. You
Virtuoso's.
try to fucking hurt me. You try to
Hold
hurt
on,
me, and you
Gonzalo.
try to knock me out in the first round. And we know that Errol Spence is not a one punch type of knock you out type of guy. He's more of a bruiser. So he's not gonna have that explosive pop to where he's gonna ice you in one round. But if Errol Spence, he tries to push the envelope and says, you know what, I'm gonna fucking collapse the pocket and I'm gonna try to overwhelm the smaller guy and I'll put a hurting on him to where I'm gonna knock him out. He's not gonna be able to do that because he's not a one punch type of knock you out type of guy. But then he's not gonna be able to do that. You're just gonna fucking rile and ruffle Manny's feathers in the wrong way that he's gonna get his get back like he did against Keith Thurman. But with the benefit to Manny Pacquiao that Errol Spence doesn't have the legs that Keith Thurman does. That he's gonna be right there when he collapses the pocket, Manny Pacquiao, to get his get back. He's gonna get all leather on that face.
And going back to
Kind of like slow-eyed.
what Virtuoso said about the body shots, I think that's going to play a key in this fight too, from Manny Pacquiao, because the combinations, if you look at the films that the little short clips that Pacquiao was training with Boo Boy on the mitts, with Freddie Roach on the mitts, he's going for body shots. This time he's going to implement that in this fight. And you mark my words, if that body shot start working and Spence is slowing even more down, that 7th round is coming.
Hey, gentlemen,
I'm telling you.
I'm gonna have to end it, man. It's super early in the morning where I'm at.
Dude, I got to go to work in another 3 hours.
Yeah, no, I hear that, man. I gotta actually a long day ahead of me today, but it's just one of them's. Like Billy Joe says, it's just one of them's.
No, Billy Joe said, "Oh, my eye, I quit. Okay, give me my paycheck."
It's one of them's. Yeah, man. It's good talking to you guys, man. You guys brought up some really good points.
Well,
Definitely,
listen,
man.
recognize.
What's up,
We
my
gotta
brother?
hold down the fort. It's 20 days away, so it can only get more interesting.
That's
Minus
right.
here, a day and there. You don't talk about the fight.
Less
Then
than
the
20
PDA.
days. Less than 20
Yeah.
days. It's
It's all
like
good.
17 days to the fight.
Yeah, I mean, can I get excited for the fight? Recognize? Can I?
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely.
Thank you. Let's get it. No, let's get it.
Salute Jed Kyle, man. I wish you would have came on earlier. I'd have dropped the link for you. Salute to everybody in the chat. Let me see. There's Beyond Above Media. Walker Mustang, what's going on, my brother? Who else? Jet Kyle, Jackson. Okay, I don't know who the fuck this is, but whoever. Dickhead.
Look at his name. What the fuck?
I don't even know what that is, but
Oh man.
He looks like one of the characters from fucking Dick Tracy and shit.
yeah, man. Peace, PED, Ped. Everyone that hopped on, man. Thanks for jumping on to the
tuning in,
panel.
guys. You know,
Salute,
good talking
brother.
to you guys.
Yeah,
All right.
peace out, y'all, man. Y'all all made valid points on all the breakdown. That was good shit.
Peace
Yeah,
to L Dog that was here
likewise.
earlier, and 150 Virtuoso, Jackson,
Right.
Gonzalo, OG Boogie, everyone that hopped on. Durden hopped on earlier. Peace, yo.
Peace, man.